Hmm. Hey guys, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. Listen, my camera for some reason is not working, but don't worry, the show must go on. For some reason, my camera doesn't want to play games and play fair. So we gonna definitely have a good time today and talk about Ready to Love the reunion because it was crazy. It was mad. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like this particular episode, there was a lot that was going on. There was a lot that was going on. Okay, there was a lot that was going on. So I apologize about the camera work. Usually camera a bit more sharper, but I think we're having a bit of problems in terms of connecting to the camera. So we're gonna have to leave that today. But listen, look, guys, it's been crazy. This episode was mad. Can I be honest? This episode was mad. Am I the only one who's gonna say it? I think this episode was crazy. I'll tell you why this episode was crazy because there were some things that were happening that I didn't necessarily agree with. Let me tell you one of those things. One of the things I didn't agree with was the way that Tequilla dealt with with Phil. I felt that was disgusting. I like Tequilla. I think Tequilla's cool, but this was disgusting. The way she handled Phil was disgusting. For you to bring up the fact that I don't like the fact he's bankrupt. And by the way, I've spoken to Tequilla. I've been saying to her, she should come on my channel. We have an interview. But I want to keep it absolutely real. I'll never want to lie. I've been doing this. I just checked just a minute ago, and I realized I've done over 712 videos for Ready to Love. I've never tried to hide what I really feel about people, and I ain't gonna do it today just because of an interview. What she said was disgusting because there was literally no reason, none at all, for why she said what she said. None. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So if there's no reason for why you said what you said, I gotta keep it a buck and keep it a stack. You can't just come out and just say that because somebody said about they didn't like the way that you spoke to them about the sex issue and you felt some way, that suddenly now you're attacking the person. What? And then to come out and say, oh, I felt like the way that you were bankrupt, or the way that you were not bankrupt, that is, for me, that was uncomfortable. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, how did you get 2 plus 2 equal 5? That for me was disgusting. Now, whatever beef you have with the girls or whatever, listen, I get it. You got some beef with Janelle. You got some beef with Jessica. I get it. Okay, I understand. We understand where you're going with this. But how can you then drop that? Using him as as a casualty of war and then dropping that in there. I just said to myself, nah, sorry, that ain't it. We ain't rocking with that. That for me is tasteful. That for me is problematic. And I think that needs to be spoken about. And we will speak about it today. We will speak about it today. Second thing I want to talk about is Khabib. And I spoke to Khabib to get him on an interview. He politely declined and said that, you know what, he's not doing any more interviews, right? He said he'll consider it, but he says he's politely not doing any more interviews. Let me be very real, very honest, and very true. Again, it's another thing that I felt like, right? I felt it was disgusting the way that he handled the situation with Janelle. That was disgusting. I'm sorry. Whether I like Janelle or not, whether I feel like Janelle's done something wrong, whether I feel like Janelle has done some stuff to the other castmates, is irrelevant. If you can't take accountability for the fact that you touched this woman or you got too close to this woman, and by the way you were answering, it told me all I needed to know, I'm sorry, I can't rock with it. I'm sorry, I can't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't rock with it. Honestly, I can't. Like, for me, that don't work. You know what I mean? For me, that don't work. So when I see that level of behavior and that lack of accountability, and once again, Tequilla somehow missed what he said on a second. Oh, there goes my camera. Tequilla somehow on a second time missed what he said. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by that. I'm like, you missed it again. You was in the toilet again, doing your makeup again. Sis, it's very convenient that you're missing these things. I just gotta keep it real and keep it 100, keep it a stack. I never want to lie. You know what I mean? I never want to lie. All right, don't worry about this. Let's look at the look of roughness. Don't worry, we'll get a haircut soon. But all of this stuff for me is just problematic. I'm just like, yo, I'm not with this. It's not working for me. Yeah. Third, um, Jessica and Morier. Can we keep it a buck? Okay, Jessica and Maury, can we keep it a buck? Y'all ain't together. Y'all ain't trying to be together. Jessica's answers told us everything we need to know. Old girl is using you like a pawn. Now, Maury, I need you to go. Maury, I need you to know that if you know what you're doing, then cool. If you truly believe that you're a part of this game and you both have agreed to come to an agreement, then fair play. If not, you're looking like a fool. I have to keep it real. Okay, I have to keep it real. You couldn't even touch her. You couldn't even put your arm around her. Your knees couldn't even touch. Okay, your knees couldn't even touch. You get what I'm saying to you? Your knees couldn't even touch. I just want you to understand that, bro. And then when Tommy asked her a question, she can't even answer it properly. You know what I'm saying to you? I said, y'all are bugging. Okay, all right. Yeah, Jessica don't want nothing to do with Morier. So that's interesting as well. And then I guess obviously the red and unique situation. Can I be real with you? Red and unique situation. The red and unique situation is really funny to me, right? And it's funny because the way that unique was describing what was happening with red, it sounded like she was triggered. If, in all honesty, the way that Unique was describing her situation with Red, I felt like, oh no, I think you might be triggered and you don't realize. I think you might be triggered and you don't realize because don't get it twisted. Red is arrogant. Let's keep it a buck. Red is arrogant, right? But sis, it sounds like something happened beforehand. You learned some things about him, and then that then came across in the way that you dealt with him. But either if you're not gonna say it, then you got to keep quiet because the way you're coming across it sounds bitter, right? Because you know exactly what you meant by thought job, you know exactly what you're trying to say, and if anything, Tommy's got a thought job. Are you going to say the same thing to Tommy? That's where you have to have a little bit of understanding, respect, and deep that this situation. Calling someone a thought job, maybe you don't mean that in that particular way. I know exactly what you mean, but would you say it to everybody? For instance, Tommy has got a thought job. I'm sorry. Okay. Tommy's got a thought job, right? Tommy's got a thought job because he has a job where he's encountering all the women on the particular program every particular season. How do I know he's not doing something behind the scenes? Okay. So we'll talk about some other stuff as well. We'll go deeper into their situation a little bit later on as well, because there's stuff to talk about, stuff to break down, stuff to get into as well. And I want to break them all down and have a real discussion about it as well. Okay. Um, and then finally, I think that's even it, right? I think that's even it. At the very beginning, Cat's connections um with Quinton, and the question that we're asking is whether Quinton, you know, whether Quinton didn't have much uh say in who he could talk to. Okay. So I think that's also is another question to have a conversation, right? Um, I think that's another question to say, like, Quinton, were you locked down and could not talk about your connections? Now, Quinton came out and said on a live, which I put on my YouTube, that he said he was not held down like that. Okay, he said he was not held down like that. He was free to do what and he did what he wanted to do. So it's not like he was held back. You know, it's the fact that he chose to lock it down. He couldn't concentrate on many different points of view. He could only focus on one. And so it is what it is, right? That's a question. We have to ask that question. So there's a lot to get through. Okay. There's a lot to get through. So we're gonna break it down as much as possible, and try to give you guys as much detail on this reunion, and hopefully bring some clarity as well, because there's a lot to decipher and to get through. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate y'all. And don't forget, we're trying to get to 100K by the end of the year. I just seen we got to 77,000. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. We're climbing up the ladder slowly but surely, but we're getting there, baby. Okay. And I believe, okay, I believe. All right. So we getting there. All right. So all right. And if you haven't done so as well, make sure you guys join the membership as well. It's £1 or $1. You can join our membership lives every other Tuesday. We had one this Tuesday gone. Really good conversation that we had. El Cid was on as well and gave some real good wisdom. I don't want you guys to miss those things. So if you haven't joined the membership, it's £1, it's $1. And some people give some really cool perspectives as well on those membership lives as well. So if you haven't done so, join that. And finally, as well, the Patreon is there. Listen, for those of you who love talking, who love conversation, but who love to talk about their favorite TV shows, then it's time to join the Discord. That's a fun place to be. The Discord is a fun place to be. Y'all be talking a lot in there. I'll be seeing it. I can't even keep up. I can't even lie to you. I cannot keep up. It does too much for me. But there's a lot to discuss in there as well. And finally, listen, don't forget the merchandise, baby. Listen, just because I was wearing a few shirts, don't mean I've forgotten my roots. Okay, we love a good hoodie around here. Okay, we love a good hoodie, a good hat. Okay, all right. So don't play. Okay, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay, all right. So we're gonna get into some stuff today. All right, cool. Let's get into this reunion and let's talk a little bit about Ready to Love because it was interesting. And I want to see if I can even get this video up because I think it would really suffice to bring into clarity, you know, the situation. I wonder if it will be, if I can get it up and get you the particular point because they actually addressed it on a particular live. No, Clinton, did she have to force him to stop talking? I was like, I mean, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like nobody was no one no, we didn't see any behavior that was inclining us to think that. I think the first thing we have to talk about is Janelle and Quinton's connection. It's a real connection. Don't get it twisted. Janelle and Quinton is a real connection. I'm not mad at it. It's a real connection. The only thing is that when it comes to Janelle and to Quinton, they have this really odd relationship where I feel like Quinton's almost trying to prove something to Janelle, and because the way he behaves with her and the way he allows her to get away with certain behavior. In fact, I got a little bit of a live. You guys can see it and it talks a little bit about their situation. I'll put it up here before we go into reunion stuff, and see if you guys can hear this.
My previous connections walks up and tries to pull me away, and I'm like, "We're talking." I was like, "Stop, we're talking." Like, this is what it looks like to have respect for one another, where we can still honor the process, but we have respect from one another. And I understand that certain women are not used to experiencing a man respecting their relationship. And
now let's pause it right here. First and foremost, and the reason why I'm bringing this up because I think it's quite interesting, right? Janelle says about in this situation, it just hit me right now. She just said literally, "Oh, not a lot of women have understood what it means for a man to respect his relationship." And what's interesting is what we saw on the house getaway was somebody interrupting somebody else. When Q was talking with Lee, did she not come out and interrupt? When Q was talking to Kat, did she not come out and interrupt? Now, of course, they might say at that point in time, they were heavily locked in, so they don't really care about Lee and Kat. But the reality is, again, you were talking about having respect. And I'm like, I didn't see that as being respectful. I saw that as being territorial. Get me? So while you're saying about, back in the day that, when you were talking to your connection, you're talking to Quinton and someone tried to come and get you as a connection. Yeah. Okay. I'll play a little bit more and then we'll get into reunion stuff as well.
That means is, and relationship means whatever our relationship is, however we've decided to define it. It's like you put your own boundaries in place where I don't feel like you were not talking to nobody. I know you were talking to people, but it's just like they are trying to justify why you weren't talking to them because they wanted you, even though they want to be honest about that. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, yo, this is what it looks like when your man or your connection doesn't want to jeopardize what y'all got going on. And it's not disrespecting you by being like, let me be a little bit more conscious of how I conduct myself so no one is offended. Yeah. So you're not offended, so that you don't think I'm trying to lead you on, and so that she's not offended, so she knows that like we're respecting the process, but I'm still, you know, expressing boundaries. And I get that a lot of these women are not used to men showing them respect in the dynamics of whatever relationship they have. You used to niggas having kids on you. I can't relate. So you used to.
And so the reason why I'm playing this again also is to highlight something that Janelle needs to take absolute accountability for. Is just because you have a pretty face and your face is pretty, can't lie to you. I'm attracted. I can't even lie to you. Janelle's face is sweet. I can't even play with you, right? Just because you have a pretty face, you have a pretty figure. You understand? Yeah. Just because you present well doesn't mean we cannot see the undercurrents and tones of your meanness and your bad behavior. A pretty smile and a pretty figure cannot hide the ugliness that you're actually showcasing underneath the skin. Just because you wrap it up in a bow and you wrap it up in wrapping paper does not mean this is a pretty gift. Because when we get deeper and unravel it, we actually see it for what it actually is, right? So Janelle's a very stunning woman. Like when I saw her, I was like, oh, I was looking at this video and I was like, my God, in HD, she looked goody. You understand? You look goody, but sis, don't ever try to come in and talk the way you're talking, because what you don't realize is today it's not you, but tomorrow it could be you. You're saying that you can't. I'm not the one that's having niggas, having babies on. But baby, listen. You don't even. I don't think you even want to have kids like that. You said you want to adopt, so you can't even really talk about the situation. Don't get it twisted. I get what you're saying, but you can't even really talk about the situation because you don't even really want to have kids. It sounds like you want to have an adoption, but yet you're with a man who wants to have 3 kids. So you may not be able to identify and say, "Hey, I can rock with you when it comes to having kids on you." But what we saw is you're willing to settle for a man who wants 3 kids, and you don't want 3 kids. So where are you going? Are you a settler? Right? Are you willing to settle just to get the man and prove to everybody else that you're the winner? And this is the behavior we also saw on the that we saw. I don't want to say we didn't see it as much on the reunion, but it plays into a part into this whole showcase of the whole entire season and the reunion. Because by the time we get to the reunion, people have experienced you in a particular way, and so to move as if and don't get it twisted. I think her and Tequilla are equally matched in their madness when it comes to how they behave, and they both need to take accountability in how they show up. But I think we have to be honest again and say, when we see you on the reunion, it's a culmination of these particular things. Right? Watch a little bit more and then we out.
To being with a nigga for 7 years and he don't like you. That you're used to that.
Now, can someone help me? The 7 years, somebody was dating on someone for 7 years. Is that Lee? The 7 years? And the one who had kids on you, I'm trying to think who she's talking about having kids on you. So I don't know. I'm not sure who she's talking about. But who had a relationship for 7 years? Is that not Lee? If I remember correctly. So, Kat had a relationship for 7 years. Oh, okay, Kat's one that has 7 years. Okay, Kat has 7 years. My God. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. And all the while,
I've never had a man not respect our relationship.
I think for the process for me, it was.
And here's my thing that I don't like about Quinton, and I have to keep it real. And maybe he won't come on this channel because I did message him, and I'm gonna keep it real. You know me, I don't lie, guys. I keep it 100% buck. I don't do the try to tit for tat. I haven't got time. I'm petty, but only to a certain degree in certain things, right? But I've asked Quinton to come on the channel. He's put a love heart on it. He's considered it. So we'll see what happens, right? But towards the end of this live, he said somebody messaged him that day. Do you know who messaged him that day? It was me. I messaged him that day and said about an interview, and what he said in the live wasn't what he kind of said to me. That's what kind of like I was like, hold on a minute. I hope he's not talking about me. Maybe someone else he's talking about. Maybe someone else has messaged him and said what he said, right? Because I was looking at that. Wait, hold on. I know I messaged him today, so hold on a minute. Wait. Is he talking about me? Because I was like, wait. Whoa. I hope he's not talking about me, because I know I do extensive amount of videos, and so if I hope you're not talking about me, because that's the stuff that I'm talking about when you talk out the side of your neck. You know what I mean? I hope that ain't about me, because I asked you that, because the day that he did his interview, the day they did his live is the same day I asked. I actually messaged him and said, I hope it's not. You know, I said, I didn't message him. I just said, obviously, come on the channel. We'd love to have you on. You know what I mean? And I was like, so when I saw that interview, when I saw that live, I was like, wait, because I fell asleep. And I recorded it. And I was like, I fell asleep, but I recorded it. You know how I am? You know what I mean? I was like, you never may get a chance again. So when I wake up and I watch the video, I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. I've messaged him that day. So I hope he's not talking about me, because that's the stuff I'm talking about when we're saying about not holding to, like, because you never said that to me in the message. So I hope it's not me, because that would then further provide what I mean about behaviors. When I talk about people, and I'm not talking about you're bad or you're good or you're evil. No, we're talking about behavior. And if your behavior is that you can talk on a live and talk out the side of your neck, but don't say it to me directly when I've messaged, then I'm gonna have to look at it like that's exactly what we saw when it came to the Chris and the Jessica and Janelle situation, when it came to how Janelle was behaving and you couldn't correct her. So this all saying, and I'm bringing a picture here so we can really break this down, understand what's going on, because we get to the reunion and some of the things that are being said, I just find it intriguing. So, you know, so then we have to question whether you like to do the whole I'm a nice guy, but you're not really nice, because who you're chilling with ain't nice. The person who you're chilling with, kikiing and cackering on the live, who's taking the mick out of other people, showgunning and shotgunning people, you're kicking and cackering right in front of our face. And then you're going to tell us, well, you know, Janelle only does things when people do something to her. And I'm like, wait, hold a minute. But we just watched a whole live for about an hour. And in fact, the live was longer than an hour. I only recorded the last hour. The live was actually 2 and a bit hours. So I think Sierra was on there earlier, or whoever was on there. So then we get to a point where we're watching this live and seeing how Janelle behavior is. You can't tell me now, oh, because Chris called combative, that's why she acting the way she's doing. You can't say, oh, Tequilla was there prodding and poking, that's why she acting the way she is. She came on live by herself and decided to say this stuff. And Q, you are sitting with her, having a conversation, okay, with her, and laughing at the kicking and cacking at the comments that she's making. Instead of correcting her and saying, hey, look, stop that, I'm not doing that, you're kicking and cackering rather than keeping it a buck. You see what I'm saying to you? Right? Do you get what I'm saying to you? So stuff like this is why we start talking about behavior, not who you are, but about your behavior. And when we look at the behavior, I'm going, why is it that you'll be comfortable enough to want to chill with Janelle? And Janelle is now doing mean girl behavior on this live because, and let me tell you something, Janelle's very clever. She knows how to do passive aggressive as well as being aggressive. She knows how to do both. She's combative. She knows how to do both. Where she will, and at one point she pulled up a message from Lee's cousin. You saw me, I've cut it. She pulled up a message from Lee's cousin where he said something about how Lee was boring. And she intentionally pulled it up, had a laugh and a kiki and kaka, and then you're now in the midst of it. Q, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Now you're in the midst of this situation. What you gonna do? She pulled up a message, basically laughing at Lee, calling her she's boring by using another person's comment to prove to say the point. Now, whether it's true or not makes no difference. But you gonna sit there and you're gonna kiki and kaka with the person, rather than saying to her, "Hey, look, I don't play this game. That's one of my connections. I'm respectful to her. I don't like that. Stop." But you didn't. Now, probably that's the reason why she's blocked you. I mean, he was confused as to why she blocked him. Well, maybe because of stuff like this. Maybe because you talk at the side of your neck. Like, and you say you're a nice guy, and I think you are a nice guy. That's the problem. You're a self-professed nice guy, and that is the problem. Again, I am talking about behaviors and not him as a person. I would still love to have him on the channel. Hopefully, we can interview. I would love to have it, but I'm never going to tell it. I'm never going to keep it false or tell half truths or try to dumb it down so that people can come on the channel. Either they come on or they don't come on. It's up to them. But we're going to keep it real around here. That, for me, is a problematic behavior. And it's symptomatic of what I'm talking about when it comes to people not being assertive and saying stuff and then asking why people are acting the way they're acting. This is a problem, right? You're asking, at one point he asked, I don't even know why Lee blocked me. I'm blocked by Lee. Yeah, because of this stuff, bro. If you tell me you're a nice guy and you come out and you do this stuff, yeah, you are a nice guy. You're unwilling to hold good boundaries. You're not a good guy. See, good men hold good boundaries. Good men let people know this behavior, I don't like it. Good men are comfortable being the bad guy in a situation, knowing that they're doing the right thing. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So if that is the case, that's where we're having a problem and a distinct. So okay, let me leave that behind because I can do a live about that another time. I really can do a live about another time. Let me leave that alone. And we'll do that another time, right? Because we want to focus on the main thing. Okay. So back to this reunion, because that's what we really came here to talk about. I apologize. I took a sidetrack. I didn't realize, but that video, I watched it and I was like, it's mad, watching this video. But let's come back onto reunion. Talking about Jessica and talking about Janelle, and Q. Of course, she never told Q not to talk to nobody. No. It's a bit of both, right? It's a bit of Janelle using her body to speak a language to Quinton, and a bit of Quinton too, willing to yield himself, okay, and be underneath the thumb of Janelle in this process, right? So it's a bit of both. Both of these people coming together with their individual mindsets, thought process, the way they behave, coming together. Janelle is territorial and she wants to win. We saw that several times on the show. And even if production told Janelle, go and interrupt, Janelle didn't have to interrupt, because let me tell you this now. Janelle tells a story. They told her to use a porta potty, okay, a portable toilet, and she told them, no, I'm not doing that. So there ain't no way Janelle can tell us that it's part of production if they told her go and interrupt Lee and Quinton and have a conversation. I will not take that into consideration, because you've told us a story already that you don't let nobody tell you what to do if you don't want to do it. Therefore, if they told you to even go and interrupt, you wanted to go interrupt. It is your behavior. Okay? It is your behavior. Okay, it is your behavior. So when Janelle was interrupting certain conversations, what it does mean is that you're starting to impose yourself on the individual person. And the funny thing is, Janelle don't even want Quinton like that. Yo, if I start wilding out now, I start telling you some things like that, cuz I'm not talking about things like I know anything, but when I watch body language, right? And in fact, let me pull up the videotape, because y'all know I'm gonna bring evidence. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you that. There's a part where Red says, I've been talking to Janelle, and I saw the body language. I said, oop, and I oop. I said, and I oop. I was like, whoa, okay, we did not know that. We did not know that Red was still talking to Janelle, but the way that the body language shifted, I said, ooh. So I was like, no, Janelle doesn't even want Q like that. She just wants to win. Janelle had eyes on Herbert. That's who she really wants. You know what I mean? Let me go back. I'm gonna find you a clip, guys. All right, cool. I've got a little something for you guys, so you can actually see it as well, right? So you can watch it as well, guys. I was like, wait, what's going on here, baby? Okay, all right.
Dating life like? Talk to me.
I just been working.
I mean, I've been out on a couple of dates. Of course, I've just because I got eliminated don't mean I left Janelle. You know,
Pause. 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 Now, Quinton probably going to say that he already knew about this date already. Quinton going to tell us he already knew what happened. So, hey, Quinton going to tell us that he made that face, but it wasn't nothing to do what they said. So, but hey, all I'm going to say is it looked confused to me. That was a confused face to me. The brother looked confused. I don't know about y'all, but this looks like a confused. In fact, let me even try and zoom in for y'all. This look like a normal face to you? That looked like a confused face to me.
you know what I'm saying? So we've been
Oh, he dacked his head back too. Oh, oh. Now it may be they edited that part, so I have to keep it fair. They may have edited that part, so they have to keep it fair. They may have edited that part, but his face was different to Janelle's. That's what I'm going to say. They may have edited it. We have to be fair, but I'm gonna just say when Red said that he's still trying to, when he's still dating Janelle outside of the process, that Quinton was like, what? Now, I mean, we don't need a crystal ball to tell us why this would have happened, because we've seen throughout the process that Janelle's interest lied more with Herbert. It never lied with Quinton. In fact, Quinton was the issue in Quinton. The issue with Quinton was always going to be about his age. I'm not saying that, you know, she didn't fancy him or didn't find him attractive or even like his energy. She did, but the reality, the reality of the situation is that, in all honesty, old boy was, not the first choice, not because he's not great, but because the person that she actually wants or likes, there's a certain type that she likes.
We've been keeping in contact. I hung out with I went out with Kara and Tequilla. Still connected with people that have a solid head on their shoulders.
So you're pursuing these two romantically?
I didn't want to say pursuing them. You know, Janelle sitting with you, but she know where home is. You know,
Man said Janelle knows where the home is. Man said that Janelle knows where the home is. I don't know. What else do you want me to take from that situation? No. What else? Do you see what I'm saying to you?
I didn't want to say.
Hold on. You see what I'm saying to you? What else do you want me to say? That's what I'm trying to say to you. So Janelle winning on this situation, really and truly, Janelle's the only one winning when it comes to Quinton and Janelle, because Janelle's doing what Janelle want to do. Now, I'm not saying that Quinton isn't dating other women. I'm not saying that Quinton isn't trying to have multiple women. What I'm saying is Janelle is enjoying herself. And this whole talk about it was Janelle and Quinton, we had the greatest connection. Yeah. To a degree.
I don't want to say pursuing them. You know, Janelle sitting with you, but she know where home is. You know.
Man said Janelle was sitting with Q, but she knows where the home is. I don't know what else you want me to do. When a brother tells you, oh, listen, I know she's sitting over there with Q, but she knows where the home is. Look, that can only be said when you got no respect for the dude in front of you. Can we be real? No. Can we be real? As a brother, you saying that to another brother while he's on the couch next to you, saying, hey, oh, listen, I know my boy is sitting there, but old girl knows where the home is. If you don't know respect, you will know it by the end of today. You understand what I'm saying to you? If you don't know respect, you will know it by the end of today. How can you tell me? If you don't know respect, you'll know it by the end of today. Shake the room.
Jesus is Lord.
Shake the room when you want to shake the room. Okay? Shake the room when you want to shake the room. That's a level of... I thought Janelle was all about respecting people. I thought Janelle was all about respect. Where's the respect gone? I thought Janelle was all about respect. That when I'm talking to somebody, you can't come and interrupt and talk to somebody. Yet somebody's sitting on a couch. Someone called Red is sitting on a couch right next to you. and telling you, don't worry about what the man is saying that's next to you. She knows where home is. Where's the respect that you're talking about? Where's the respect? Where's the respect? Where's the respect that you're talking about? Y'all said it doesn't matter what kind of relationship we have. We have a relationship. So what kind of relationship are you talking about, darling? Where's the respect? Tell me where the respect is. I want to know where it is.
I think we'll still keep in contact, and who knows what will happen.
Well,
Do you see that heavy breathing that she put in there? Woo, baby, that was hot. You don't see that little heavy breathing? Let me go back a little bit. She breathed heavy there. She breathed heavy. She breathed
Still
real
keep in
heavy.
contact.
Hold on. Let me even slow it down. I'll put it on a minus 7.5 so we can get it slowly.
And who knows what will happen.
well,
Ooh, she breathed a little bit
Red,
heavy
I
there.
wish
She,
you well.
God damn. She said, God damn. Woo. I mean, listen, look, they're not in a relationship. We know that already. But the reality of the situation, what I'm saying is that, you know, you've been on everybody else as if you two are the greatest together. Meanwhile, niggas are out here telling you that, listen, she know where home is. Nah, brother. Do you know what can happen after that, bro? Right? And bear in mind, this was shot before the live that Q and Jessica have done. And when Q said, who does he have a problem with? He said the only person he has a problem with is Tequilla. Everybody else is cool. So you don't have a problem with the brother that told you on the couch that, you know what? Your girl, she knows where the home is. Y'all ain't together. Number two, you know she ain't got respect for you. You know this already. You know, whether Red was joking or not, you can't make that joke. You can't make that joke. You can't make that joke. As men, we can't make that joke. Like, you can't make a joke about a brother and be like, you know what? You know what your girl knows where the home is. You can't make on national television. You can't make that joke. It's actually T Divine because she actually likes Red. She said one of her connections was genuinely Red on the live. If you go and watch it, the whole hour and a bit, she said her genuine connection, one of her genuine connections was Red. Red was actually a genuine connection. So clearly, this ain't no joke. And the question was asked by Tommy, who are you connecting with outside? And you see Kira's response. Red hasn't pursued Kira properly. You know what I mean? Red hasn't pursued. He's probably out here trying to get some sex. And that's what it really is. Right? But there's no way. Like, what? Are you dumb, brother? Are you stupid? What's wrong with you? Whose girl are you talking about knows where the home is, blood? Yeah, but I'll have to call man out for that, cuz you must be absolutely stupid. In fact, a brother wouldn't even get to that point because a brother would never disrespect like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's so sad to see, brother. So sad to see. I said the brother got taken out cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So yeah, that situation there, I get it, political. But yeah. So going now to next one, Unique and Red and their situation. I want to hopefully I can bring up their situation, Unique and Red, because I just their situation is quite interesting.
Let's find out
hold on.
if Red was able to drop the needle right now.
Let's go. Pause that, baby. Pause that. I want to go to their conversation because their conversation was quite interesting. Let's go to that. But yeah, Unique and Red, their situation. We saw their beef that was happening from obviously in the season, and how during the course of the season that
a DJ, a comedian.
So this is where she explains it. She's gonna explain the thought job situation.
A trainer. It does not necessarily make you a thought. It just kind of gives you a little bit more access, literally just based on your field.
Are you saying you didn't mean this as an attack to Red?
No, you have a thought job, not you are.
Now, my issue is this again, and we all called Unique out. We called Unique out for this behavior. It's nuts. Like, how are you calling him a thought job, but the very person you actually liked has a thought job? Not like of all thought jobs that exist in the world, Yeah, your boy, the one that you were liking, Marvin, who you were kissing, he really does have a thought job. Right? He really does have a thought job. And that's why I was saying that the only real situation is that you're not being honest about this thought job comment. Because in reality, you went to someone who had a thought job. What you're saying is you were trying to disrespect him. Right? You were trying to disrespect him. You were trying to disrespect him because you've known some stuff about him. Therefore, when you dropped the thought job comment, it had some disrespect behind it. It wasn't just the word, because in reality, Tommy's got a thought job. Quinton got a thought job. You know, Red's got a thought job. Marvin's got a thought job. There's a couple of guys in this place that have thought jobs, right? And Phil's trying to become a comedian, so he a thought job too. So there is a lot of those thought jobs around, but you dropped that specifically for Red because you knew some information about him. And that's what should have really been touched on from the very beginning. You were triggered, you felt some way, and that comment of thought job should just,
Ariel again.
Wow. Oh, don't worry about it. They got it.
It's smoking up in here.
Do you think her comments? Do you think it impacted you dating on
Let
this
me go back
product?
a little bit.
On my website.
You welcome. You welcome. You
DJ
welcome.
Red the MC.
I'm sorry, I talked through it. Can you let him say the URL again?
Wow. Oh, don't worry about it. They got it.
Wait, did she say that she talked good? I missed that part. What did she say?
DJ
She said something. I can't hear what she said. She said something like, let me see.
Red the MC.
I'm sorry, I talked through it. Can you let him say the URL again?
Wow.
Did she say she talked book? I don't know what she said. I couldn't hear it, but she said she talked something and she couldn't say it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what she is. She said something and it was meant to be a kind of like a comment.
Married, I've been divorced.
You brought it up.
You brought up that you heard some things about him.
And Red has said we can talk about it on the side.
Hold on, wait.
Receipts involved, you continue to DM me and you have texted me without a reply.
It's one time.
Now, I hate when people try to tell stories, and that's the thing I didn't like about what Unique was doing. Unique was trying to be cheeky about it. Sis, if I text you once and I DM you once, that's not me talking to myself. Like, talking to myself would mean 2 or 3 comments that I've made and you've not replied. Me dropping it once as a text and once as a DM, it's not really me talking to myself. I might have been aired and you might have aired it or whatever, but let's be honest about it, right? I said, let's talk about offline. I've hit you up to say, hey, look, you know what? Let's talk about offline. Let's talk about offline. You don't message back. Then maybe I DM you and then say, hey, look, I don't know if you missed my text. Maybe it's better if I get you on social media. Let's talk about the situation. You know what I'm saying to you? I was like, yo, like, I was like, no, you're moving mad, cuz. You're moving mad.
I reached out to you one time. I said, I don't know still what you talked about, but we can still talk about it or whatever. No reply.
That was pretty much facts. What he sent to me, that was a text. I have a DM from you right now, sir. You can go back and delete it before I can get to my phone.
I'm not deleting nothing.
Okay.
What does it say?
So are you ready to talk offline? Thank you. So
Wait. And then she's like, oh, so you texted me and said, do you want to talk offline? So he sent it, and then she said, oh, but you also DM'd me to say, can we talk offline? Unique. He texts and DM'd you the same thing. It's one time. It may be on 2 different occasions, but it's the same thing. He texts you and DM'd you the same thing. It wasn't anything different. Okay. All right. There's not anything different. He texts you and DM'd you the same thing. He texted you to say you can talk offline. He then DM'd you to say we can talk offline. What are you not getting? You acting as if, oh, he was fully in your DMs talking and you were literally airing him. Come on, Unique. Come on.
So
It's the same thing. That's what I just said. I sent you a
you sent me a
DM
text.
and I sent you a text. So what are you saying right now?
Stand 10 toes. Is that once or twice? Or can I not count?
Oh my God.
Unique, if you're putting it out there, what is it?
I
What,
did. Let me
So she made it an issue to say she wants to say it's 2 different times. Baby, but it's the same thing. But it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying to you? And nobody's moving to you by me talking to you and saying to you, hey, look, we can talk about this offline, Wagwan, because you're moving like as if you have information about me. So I text you, okay, cool. I didn't get an answer. All right. And I'm gonna DM you. We can talk offline about the situation. It's nothing big, man. You know what I mean? You know how many times people text you and then DM you, or DM you, text you, and then email you? Get off here, man. Even if he texts you, emailed you, and he emailed the same thing. Hey, it's not nothing, but nobody's moving to you. Nobody's moving to you, please. Nobody's moving to you. He didn't even change the message. You admitted it. Nobody's moving to you, darling. It's the same thing again. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, whatever hurt Unique has been through is extensive, because whatever Red was doing, it's triggering her on a major level. Okay, for a major level, whatever she's going through is triggering on a major level. That whatever Red is and what Red represents is something that's deep within herself. It's a wound. Because this doesn't make any sense. So you wanted to bring up information about the fact that you know some stuff about his fatherhood. Maybe he's not a great father. Maybe he's been absent or whatever. Okay, what's that got to do with Thought Job? What's that got to do with Thought Job? Do you get what I'm saying to you? How does that link? You know some stuff about him being a father, and then you want to link that to Thought Job. And again, what? Okay, maybe he has 5 kids, 5 different baby mothers. Is that what you want to say? Thought Job? You know? Maybe that's what you want to say. Maybe that's what you want to say. He has several baby mothers who he all met from when he was doing a job. Maybe that's what she wants to say. Okay? Maybe that's what she wants to say. We don't know, right? Because she started and didn't finish. So, yeah, if you're gonna start, finish. Don't start and don't finish. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So for me personally, that wasn't it.
Let me be very clear, Tommy. I didn't put it out there. I said I heard some things.
No, she just wants to
went
talk,
ahead and
bro. She
pressed-
needs some camera time.
Oh.
I'd rather you just say it.
It's just
And it's clear that people were a bit frustrated by it. And I think what he said was that you just want some camera time. And the reality of the situation is, you know, I think for her personally, you know, the situation of Red, I want to be as compassionate as possible. I just think to myself that she needs to take a sit down, take a seat, and ease your mind, girl. Because Marvin, what happened with Marvin? And the funny thing is, you were giving energy to Marvin that you and Marvin could be something. But after the show ended, Marvin actually went elsewhere. Why? Because I think he believed that, she wanted probably more monogamy than actual anything. And he wanted to live his full truth. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. Right? Not mad at it at all. Appreciate you, Cambria Collins. We appreciate you. All right. Sifway, I appreciate you too. Is that how you pronounce it? Sifway? You know me, I'm pronouncing names. I'll be getting people's names mixed up and killed. So if it's not Sifway, you might have to tell me the phonetics so I can spell it out and say it, because I'll be killing people's names. Marvin would share your girl, probably, yeah, and I'm not about it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. Marvin was like, yo, he ain't about it. He ran for the hills. He said, no. I'm going to stick to whipping my girls and hitting them with a paddle. And obviously, Unique is interested in it. Now, she said something interesting. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. She said something really interesting. I'm not mad at this. Her connection with Marvin.
Of course, just because I got a
let me see if I can get a clip for you guys. Because her connection with Marvin, where she spoke about the fact that, in a previous relationship, something about the sex was a little bit off. I want to see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get a clip for you guys. Because she was talking about sex and she was like, but my previous relationship wasn't really, like, it wasn't hitting. All right.
Activity.
Freeway.
Did it turn y'all away from him immediately?
100%. You like to see your partner sleep with other people, like
That was a big turnoff right there.
yeah. I know, but I appreciate it. I have had a history of some very basic 87 regular, and that's not what I was looking for. Marvin provided, a little bit of premium. That being said,
she said that Marvin provided a little bit of premium in terms of sex. I just wanted to be honest. You wasn't interested in Marvin for more than anything else but his body and some sex. You were sexually attracted. That's fine. I'm not mad at it. Okay, she's not mad at it. She was looking for some good hot sex, but it looks like Marvin was looking for a relationship. Okay, she was looking for some good old hot, steamy, sexual fantasy, BDSM, whip me, I whip my neck back and forth, you know what I mean, type of behavior. You know what I mean? So I can understand. That's what she wanted. She wanted the roof. You know what I mean? But Marvin really wanted a relationship. That's why he's with a girl right now. He's actually with somebody right now. Okay. So I'm guessing after the divorce, she wants, some good quality premium delash. That's what she wants. Because clearly Marvin wants relationship, but he wants the fact that he wants you to understand he's a stag. He likes to see his girl get done by other men. Now we call that a cuckold. We can call it as much as you want to call it. That is a cuckold. Okay, so I don't know what else want to call it, whatever they want to call it, but I know this behavior to be cuckold behavior. So to see another man do your girl, yeah. Listen, I want my girl to be pleasured all day, every day. I don't want to see someone else smashing her. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? Just saying. Couldn't be me. Strong eye. Respect for the man that can do that, though, wants his girl to, get smashed by another dude. But, yeah. Could not be me. It cannot be me. All right, cool. Let's move it on. We're going to move it on now to... We're going to move it on now to...
So I think you brought a lot of flavor. And we wish you well.
Thank you.
All right. Don't go
Sorry,
nowhere, y'all.
let me move it on now to... just kidding. And the funny thing was also, Kat never had a connection with Morier either. Let's keep it a buck. Kat never had a connection with Morier either. Kat never had no romantic Morier, because on this episode, at the very beginning, when she says about what connection she had with Morier, okay, what connection she had with Morier, let me tell you this now. She was like, well, we built a great friendship. Huh? You built a great friendship. I need y'all to stop talking about friendships as if they're connections. Building a friendship is not a connection. Okay? Building a friendship is not a connection. I need you to stop it. I need y'all to stop it. I need y'all to behave. Kat weren't interested in Morier one bit. Let's stop saying that building a friendship is us building a romantic relationship. Y'all know y'all ain't attracted to it. Y'all know you weren't. Okay? So it ain't got nothing to do with relationship or wanting to be anything more. Y'all picking people, and really and truly what you're really saying is, you know what? I'm trying to get to the end. Kat, love you, but you're trying to get to the end. Now, you may have not been able to self-quit or self-eliminate. I hear it. I'm just going to call it out, though. That had nothing to do with friendship. I mean, nothing to do with relationship. Also with friendship. Okay? And Kat is a competitor. No. Kat needs to be also... Kat likes competition. I think Kat also lacks a little bit. Kat likes the competition. She likes to have a little bit of... She likes to win. Kat is competitive. Right? Kat is competitive. So, I don't put it past her to feel that way either. That's why she stayed in... That's why she was the way she was with it. And she said, oh, if I had been in it longer, I would have probably, got some more of these guys. Yeah, because you're competitive. Right? So, yeah. Let's play a little bit longer.
Let's see if Morier was able to get their romance.
Look at his body language. Now, it looks good for now. Listen, it looks okay for now. Hand behind the back, and I love the I love the colors that they're wearing as well. Very bright. Jessica looks beautiful here. Can't lie to you. I'm not feeling her hairstyle, but she looks beautiful here. Elegant. The shoulders are out on show as well. Lovely shoulders coming as well. The poise is there. The elegance is there. She looks stunning. Can't lie to you. Morier looked good as well. Loving the orange that he's wearing. Suit just looked dapper with the black bottoms and a shine shoe as well. Looked good with the glasses was fitting too. And the hairline on point. Chef's kiss. You know what I mean? Looking good and lined up. They look good. But the reality of the situation is nothing's going on.
Brewing, or if there were encounters,
none. There's too much gap, too much space, not enough interaction.
Let's find out.
Right? Too much gap, not enough, too much space, not enough interaction.
Did you start catching feelings with Morier?
I think I was just kind of neutral all the way through.
Let's keep it a buck. Old girl Tommy just asked her and said, hey, so when did you start catching feelings for Morier? What did she say? Oh, I've been neutral all the way through. Oh my God. What? I've been neutral all the way through. Sorry. You've been neutral all the way through. Let's just rewind that because we obviously didn't hear what we just heard. Like we didn't. It was definitely what we just heard.
Did you start catching feelings with Morier?
I think I was just kind of neutral all the way through. I felt like I had two connections and I was just kind of wavering.
Hold on.
They ain't real if they didn't kiss.
Even Red, before this point, even Red said, it's not real if they didn't kiss. It's not real if they didn't kiss. Okay? It's not real if they didn't kiss. I hear it. Okay?
I was gonna say that too, but I ain't gonna be that person.
Yes. What part of the process did you start catching feelings with Morier?
The question is very clear. At what point of the process did you start catching feelings, Jessica? Huh? When did you start catching feelings, Jessica? When did you start catching feelings? It's a very clear question. It's not very difficult. It's not very hard. The question is very, very clear. When did you start catching feelings, darling? When? Okay?
I think I was just kind of neutral all the way through. I felt like I had
The editing is bad mind because they know exactly what she just said. As soon as they said that as soon as she said, you know, I've been neutral all the way through, why did the camera do that noise? Pew! And focus on him. If it was a good answer, they would have never panned the camera onto Morier that way. Never. Right?
I had two connections and I was just kind of wavering back and forth.
That boy is touching his shoe. That boy is shining his shoe with his fingers all over again. The index finger and this particular other finger, the middle finger, they are literally black now from shining the shoe. Okay, watch him.
Between the two of them. But I would just say that things that made me kind of lean a little closer to Morier was that he was consistent. We had very deep conversations on different things. It went very much beyond the surface.
So at what point did you catch feelings, madam? At what point did you catch feelings? That's the question I'm trying to answer. At what point did you catch feelings, Jessica? Now, by the way, guys, I've also reached out to Jessica too to do an interview. Okay. And, you know, she said she'll get back in contact with me and I'm still waiting. I don't know if she will. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do one because, you know, I'm about to I will pull it out of you and tell the truth because I don't take it easy on people. I don't think we should. If you're going to come on and say you're doing X, Y, Z, I think you need to be real about what you're doing. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be the guy that's going to put up a poster interview to make you look good on purpose. Like, yo, come on, tell the truth. And if you look good, people are going to say you look good. But we're going to have to call this out. That's nonsense. If I ask you a question about when you caught feelings and you become a politician, and I keep saying this, that's what I was saying with the whenever you ask someone a yes or no question and they start telling you stuff which is not necessarily the answer directly, you know they're being a politician. At what point the person start catching feelings? I've been pretty even. I've been pretty neutral, you know? So when did you catch feelings again? Oh no, I've been neutral. I've been beside myself. I've been, you know, talking and getting to know him. Your answer doesn't answer the question.
The surface.
What made him separate himself?
She said, hold on.
Separate himself.
That don't compute. What do you mean separate himself? Tommy was like, let me ask another question because you didn't get it the first time. What made him separate himself? Basically, what made him different to all the other men on the show? Just because, like, I mean, I don't really know that question. I don't know how that question. I don't know about that question. What is that question? What does that question mean now, Tommy? Tommy, what does that question actually mean? How do you mean by that question? Does that mean something? That question that you're saying that, Tommy, what does that mean, Tommy?
Wait, what's happening?
What about your relationship made you choose him at the end of the process?
Oh, well, I had one connection, like, since midway through the catch trip.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, emotional damage. Oh. Yo. Oh my God. That hurts.
Bruh.
That hurts. Ooh. Let's just go back and listen to that. Guys, Time of Death Reunion, episode 13. Oh my God.
relationship.
Listen to this again, guys. Just pay attention. Listen again. Ooh, I feel like I got chest pains. That hurts. Listen again. Just listen again. One more time.
Made you choose him at the end of the process.
Oh, well, I had one connection, like, since midway through the catch up. I was very
The brother said, what made you choose Morier? She said, oh, I've only had one connection anyway. So, yeah, I've only had one connection. So, and you told us to choose, and you told us to have one connection and narrow down. So that's what I did.
was very content with my connection going into the trip. We told us to focus on our one, and he was the one person that I wanted to continue a connection with. And
so she said, hey, you told us to narrow down. You know, I decided to focus on my one connection. And yeah, so it's giving, you know what? I didn't have any other options left on the table. So I chose the one I already had and went with it. That's what it was. Okay. Old girl couldn't even tell a lie. She couldn't even be like, you know what? Me and him have been getting on so well. Like, we have such great, you know, conversations. And I love the fact that, you know, he cares for me. You know, the way he attends to me. You know, none of that was said. Old girl said, listen, you know why I chose him, because I had no choice. Now, I've messaged Morier too. You know, he said he's going to get back to me with a schedule and see what time, because I said after the second, after the initial reunion is done, he will come on. Now, listen, let me tell you something now. I'm ready to blow this up. I'm gonna ask Maurier some hard questions. If he fully comes on, I'm gonna ask him some hard questions, because I'm gonna show him this particular clip, and I want answers right now, right away. Because when somebody can't answer the question appropriately, I don't want to hear anything else except the truth. Now, I don't know if Jessica and Janelle are in a little bit of a tiff, because on the live between Jessica and Quinton, I think they asked about her friendships and she didn't mention the name Jessica. Now, they might still be cool. They might still be whatever. I'm not sure. But maybe there's a little bit of a her. You know what I mean? A little bit of a her. Okay. All right. So, yes. Thank you, Rick. You said exactly what I was going to say. When I said the exact same thing. In that friendship lineup, she said, you know, she didn't mention Jessica. So I'm just saying, you know, maybe y'all ain't friends no more, because Morier was on that live with Janelle. Oh yeah, Morier was all over that live with Janelle. All over. You know what I mean? All over. So for me, you know, look, you come on here, you don't gonna keep it a buck and keep it real. I'm gonna ask you some real questions. I don't want to ever lie. We're gonna talk about behaviors. We don't need to talk about anything else but behaviors. You see what I'm saying to you? Like, we keep it real around here. The audience, and this is what I'm trying to say, like, people shouldn't play like the audience is dumb. The audience isn't dumb. You know what I'm saying to you? I know my audience isn't dumb. I know my audience is very smart. I know my audience pick up little tiny details. You can't come here and do that nonsense and lie to us. You get what I'm saying to you? You can't. So whether they come or not, it's not my business. Whether they come or not, it's not my business. I'm not playing nice to get them on the channel. We have to keep it real. We cannot lie about what we're seeing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? We cannot lie about what we're seeing. If they don't come here, that's cool. Let them go elsewhere. We gonna do what we always do around here, which is we gonna always keep it a buck. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's why I love my audience. Yes, Elsie, that's why I love my audience. You know what I mean? That's why I love my audience, because they're not gonna lie to you and try to keep it sweet. If you can win us over, you can win the whole of the universe over. If you can win my audience over, I don't even say mine. If you can win us over as an audience, if you can win us over as an audience, I'm telling you now, you can win the whole of the universe over. Because one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna scrutinize everything you're gonna say. You get what I'm saying to you? One thing we're going to do around here is we're going to check every single thing you just said. And we're going to go back like a Berean in the Bible and go, you said X, Y, and Z, but when you said this, You know what I'm saying to you? So you can't do that round here. So if you know you're gonna come round here, you gotta keep it a buck 100. This right now, it's not a real relationship. It's not. It's not. This relationship is not. Because the body language is off, and our dear sis is answering questions in a way that takes a mick out of Morier. And now it scares me. It's scary to me because I'm looking at the situation going, hold on a minute. How did Morier come on a live with Christopher on his particular interview and defend Jessica's honor? Meanwhile, you know that you had filmed the reunion and she did this to you? I gotta ask questions. Because you was on a live with Chris. You was on a live with Chris. You was on a live with Chris, fully gunning for man, talking about she's combative, and you never said those words. And yet you sat on live national television, filmed a two-parter with the girl that you said that you kissed on the forehead, that you're saying that you guys have a connection with, and Olga was sitting in our faces and telling us indirectly but directly, we ain't got going on right here. You get what I'm saying to you? Something isn't quite right in the milk, because between Jessica, Janelle, Maurier, Q, something isn't quite right. Because when Janelle talked about her lineup, she didn't include Jessica. Maybe it was a mistake. It was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake, and she missed out Jessica's name. Maybe it was a mistake. But then I see Morier all up on Janelle's live too. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. So we're gonna see what I want. Okay.
And so it was pretty easy for me.
Tommy, like, wait, what?
Morier, what about you?
I did try to honestly give every person a chance. I really did. But what I noticed was nobody was ever strong enough to remove Jessica. It was really easy.
Where are y'all now?
We are in a great space of getting to know each other.
Now the body language has told me again. The body language has told me again. You've gone from my hand behind your back to like now we're sitting forward, both of us. Now we're sitting forward, both of us. Now we're sitting forward, both of us. We are in a great space.
To know each other.
Yeah.
What do we mean when we say we still getting to know each other? What are we doing?
We're dating.
We're dating.
Yeah, we're dating.
No hesitation on anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So they're dating. So we're dating. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And this is not the way we're going to rock. Because do you remember when you had your very first kiss? You don't. Do you remember when I used to put your hands like this? Even before I was calling your name. You didn't remember. You don't remember those points because it never happened. Okay? It never happened. So it's not going to happen. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, it's not happening. You feel what I'm saying to you? From what we can see, it ain't happening. Okay? It ain't happening. So for me personally, Morier needs to make sure that, you know what, you don't get played. Okay? Make sure that you don't get played. Because you're the one giving her the room and the space to move you. You know, she's the one that's winning at this point. She's winning at this point. She's getting to have you whenever she wants, and you ain't really getting nothing out of it. Come on, man. You ain't really getting nothing out of this, bro. Like, you're going to be a friend. Like, you want more than friendship, bro. And this is the kind of stuff that you used to do when we're young, when you're playing that friendship role and girls look at you as a friend and they friend zone you and you're willing to take anything just to get there. And remember, I said this, and maybe Morier will come and correct me. Maybe he will. Maybe you'll come and correct me. But this reminds me of me as a young pup, as a young pup in the days of when I was between the age of 15 and probably 21. I was still not there yet, where I would happily play the friendship role to a girl that I found attractive and liked because because I knew that she didn't like me, but I was willing to just be able to be a friend to try and get as close as possible to hope that one day that door gonna open and I'm gonna step right through it. Now, that ain't never gonna happen now in my grown-ass 32s. I can't do that. I'm so sorry. I'm grown-ass man now. I can't do that, guys. Okay? All right? Either you want me, you don't. But in that particular time, what Morier is showing me is you're willing to surrender and settle and be a friend to hopefully that door will open up. If they don't want you, they don't want you. Leave them alone. You get what I'm saying to you? Leave them alone. Don't die an early death chasing a woman that don't want you. My boy. Take it easy, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Take it easy, my boy.
All right.
That's way too high.
I'm gonna check back on y'all in another year. I don't want to hear we dating. I want to hear we have moved to another level.
Marriage, children, family, white picket fence.
All right. I wish y'all well. I really do.
I appreciate it.
Man.
They ain't nothing. Apparently he said that he really wanted Aries, apparently. But I wouldn't even say that. I would just say that you know what? I think he would have taken any of the women that he found attractive. It's not even about that. It might have been Aries, it might have been Jessica, it might be Janelle. It's not really a problem who you wanted, because who you want can change throughout the process. But the reality of the situation is the person that you ended up with doesn't want you. And you're telling me about going to Africa. So there ain't no white picket fence, as someone has said in the chat very politely. Thank you. It's about you going to the final end. Now, he said that the reason why he chose Jessica was because no one else could dislodge Jessica from where she was. But Jessica don't want, Jessica don't want you. They don't want you. And Jessica can see your weaknesses and see how she can use you. See, people are very smart. They're not dumb. People like Jessica are not dumb. She's a very intelligent woman, and she's already assessed your power level. She's gone like this. She's gone like this and gone, let me calculate this boy's power level. Ooh, 1,000. Ooh, I'm at the 10,000 level. There's a 9,000 level gap. I can manipulate him. Sorry. And it's not necessarily that even it comes like, you're literally like she sits down and calculates it. But when you meet somebody, the energy they give you, you start calculating their level. 1,000. And you go against yours, you go 10,000. You're like, this is not going to work because I'm going to definitely abuse you. I'm definitely going to take advantage of you. I can have my way with you. You know this. When you meet people, you feel it and right? And yes, Chris was her target. Chris was the one that she really wanted. It wasn't Morier. So unfortunately, Morier has become the one that she is settling with to just show that she won. There's nothing to show that you won here. You know what I mean? Not an ounce of physical attention. Wait.
Call me if you need. All right, listen, don't y'all move, because after this, the band plays on. We're bringing in the horn section with Habibi. Yeah, you're going to want to stay right there.
Now, oh man, yeah, she saw a rug and walked right over him. Absolutely. Yeah, probably wants to prove Chris wrong. Yeah, it could be. When you just want to win, you want to show that you're a winner and not a loser. So I'm totally with it. Okay, I'm totally with it. All right, before we move on to Habibi and his particular situation, we have 684 people on this live right now. Shout out to you guys. Do me a massive favor. Like the video if you've not done so already. Can we get the likes up? Yep. Can we get the likes up? There's 684 people in this room. I want the likes to be up. Get the likes up. If you haven't liked this video, do so. Don't be a silent participator. Get involved. Like the live. Get the likes up straight away. Press that like button. We have 140 likes so far. 166 is going up. but we have 684 people in the room and only 166 likes. Get the likes up, y'all. Get it up, get it up, get it up. If you haven't done so, click on it because we're going to start going into the Habibi situation. And let me tell you something with the Habibi situation, that one is even more wilder to me because I want to break that stuff down about how disrespectful I felt that situation was. We're going to have a real conversation. Let's get those likes up, please. All right. Let's get those likes up, please. Let's get the likes up, please. All right. Can we get a lights up? You know what I mean? And if you haven't done so, buddy, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're trying to get to 100K by the end of the year. We want to get to 100K by the end of the year, subscribers. And we would love for you guys to support us in that journey. We reached a milestone of 77,000 just the other day. So shout out to you guys for who's doing some great work and pushing us to get to that space as well. And if you haven't done so, why haven't you grabbed your merchandise? People, listen, you're on this channel, you haven't grabbed your merchandise. The code is coming. The code is coming with a fast viciousness. I'm starting to feel it. I'm putting my heater on. I'm already in during the day. The code is coming. Get yourself the merchandise down below. Click on that button. Go and get your merchandise. Your merchandise. Your merchandise. You understand? Don't be afraid to go and grab your merchandise. Okay? All right? We want to see you guys. Make sure you're in your hoodies, your windbreakers, your hats, everything like that. Okay? All right? Go and grab your hoodie things there. You get me, fam? You get me? All righty, yeah. And also, if you haven't joined the family, I know a lot of greens are in the chat. If you see people with a green or you see them on the star, all it means is those people have joined the membership. If you haven't done so, make sure you join the membership. It's £1 or $1, and we get to join the membership family, supporting the channel. But also, as well, we do membership lives every other Tuesday. Okay, all right. Yes, the hoodie says send them back to the manufacturer. Okay, all right. So if they haven't done what they're supposed to do, send them back to the manufacturer. Okay, all right. Don't let these people be here and they're not of good quality. You understand? We produce good quality here. All right. We appreciate y'all. Okay. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay, baby. All righty. All right, cool. Let's get into the conversation because I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's get into Khabib situation because it's mad. Oh wait, we only got 230. Let's get to 300 likes, man, before I start this thing. Guys, we need at least half of the people in here. Someone said it's still hot in Houston. I have to come to Houston again, man. I have to come before the end of the year. I need to come. The prices are looking not too bad, 500 a ticket. I might have to come again and say hello to the people them there. You understand? I might have to come and say hello to the people them there. You get me? All right, man. Like C Perk, shout out to you as well, but I appreciate you, my guy. I ain't even holler at you actually, C Perk, saying that. My bad. As well. But yeah, okay. Listen, let's get into this. Okay, it's a compound, not a white fence. Oh my god. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's get into this. Okay, Khabib and a Janelle situation. Right, let's get into this situation. Khabib and Janelle. Because there's a lot to break down. I felt like this segment was wild to me.
You don't feel like you're the person to just say what you said?
Absolutely. Because I am a jokester.
I think what we were probably looking for was just like a simple apology. Like,
Did what I just say suffice?
Like, no.
So I think I missed a bit here. So let me even go back a little bit so you guys can actually get what was said. I missed. Hold on.
And offensive.
Because he actually he started apologizing and then went left. Right? He started apologizing and then literally went left. Like, I was like confused, because he started to do the apology, went down that lane, and then before we knew it, he took a complete turn. And I'm like, bro, why did you take this complete turn? Like, we're talking about we're talking about obviously the show and talking about your behavior, and we're talking about how you missed it, and he still couldn't get it. Right? He still couldn't get it. And I was like, bro, how are you still not getting it? It's very clear. Right? It's very clear. You're moving very mad right now, bro.
Offensive. I apologize for the malefic things that came out of me. I don't feel that I'm the type of person to say things like that.
So he says, I'm sorry for, things that, the malefic things I've said in the whatever. I don't know what that even means. Again, I don't know what that means. Malefic. I have no clue what that means. But anyway, so he apologized at that. And then he ended it by saying, I'm not the type of person to say those things. Well, you're on camera saying it. So it doesn't matter whether you believe that you're a person that says those things or not. You're on camera saying it. So at that point, it doesn't matter whether you believe you're the kind of person to say those things or not. You're on camera saying it. Do you get it? How are you so disconnected that you don't see that? It doesn't matter whether you know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether you know, whether you like it or not. You shouldn't have said those words. And so now we're in a situation where the apology now has gone out the window. It's gone out the window. You know? Someone said malefic. Okay, it's a real word. I love that it's a real word. I just wish he kept it simple, but it's a real word.
In that
You don't feel like you're the person to say what you said?
absolutely. Because I am a jokester.
I think what we were probably looking for was just like a simple apology. Like, you know,
Did what
come
I just
on,
say
bro.
suffice?
Like,
No.
I can
Like the apology didn't suffice because he went off tangent and started talking about how he's not a bad person. He shouldn't have said that. Right? He shouldn't have said that. Right? So if you didn't go off target, I just want to do that. So just because gotta make sure I don't go to copyright. But if you didn't go off target, you'd have been fine. But you went off target. And when you go off target and you start talking about yourself, what you're doing now is you're negating the fact that you said something bad. You did do that. Whether you believe it to be your character or not, you did do that. So don't derail, hold it down and say, I am sorry and I apologize. I've realized what I've done was harmful to you and harmful to you. I shouldn't have said those words to you, Sierra. I should have never spoke about your mother. That was problematic of me. And to Janelle, I apologize to you too. I should have never got in your face, and me getting up close and personal was a disrespect of your personal space. I apologize. I'm so sorry for that. It won't happen again. And it's squashed and it's done. But instead, we're not getting that kind of apology. Instead, we're going to get excuses, right?
I can understand like the joke, because I'm a jokester. That's why I got eliminated myself. But my thing is this, when it comes to my parents, I hold her very dear to my heart. I didn't appreciate that at all. Like, I would never go as far as to say, yo, mama.
When it comes to life, a lot of parents, they like to put their own selves upon you as a child.
What the are you talking about? I want you to understand what you're saying.
I think also as well, by the way that Khabib is talking, is giving, I'll be honest with you, is giving neurodivergent. Yeah? It's giving neurodivergent. Because when you listen to the way he responds, is giving neurodivergent, where it's given to a point where the person, I don't even want to say word salad, but I want to say that, I want to say that the way his mind, it reminded me when I started realizing during the course of doing interviews, there's a lot of people that are neurodivergent, no offense, and a lot of them seem to be men as well, but they seem to be neurodivergent in terms of the fact that some people like to do word salad, some people have, I don't know how to say it, they go on tangents, is it codivergent or something like whatever? They go on tangents. It comes with like things like ADHD and those kind of things, right? But the way he answered the question made me think of it, because what she just said was nothing to do with what he just said. Now, unless it was cut and edited in a particular way. But when she said, okay, look, I love my parents and they're near and dear to me, his next comment was to say that a lot of parents are really bad. Like a lot of parents are really, they impress themselves on their children. And what he said wasn't wrong, but the timing of his comment didn't make sense. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Like, even when someone's an ass and someone's bad or someone's a dickhead or they're an idiot, there's a way of line of thinking where you look at and you listen to it and you're like, they're a dickhead, but you can hear the way they're speaking. It's in a coherent line. But when I hear him speak, even in this moment, unless it's edited, and just by the way he talks about certain things, the way he says certain things, it doesn't sound right. So it's like it's as if he has already anticipated her comment and then kind of came in. So if she's gone straight, he kind of came in. So it's like it's not coherent. So I'm not. By the way, this is not a pass. This is not a pass. We're not giving him a pass. We are not giving him a pass. I want to make it very, very clear. There is no excuse for what he did. What I'm talking about is explaining the behavior. There is no excuse, and there would be no excuse about his behavior. You know, there is none. There's no excuse at all. Because what, yes, thank you, Katie. I'll explain that. Because what Sarah was even saying, he almost went ahead of what Sarah said. Sarah's telling you know, I love my parents. They're cool. They're great. You know, but his thinking is almost beyond what she was saying. It's weird. I remember when I interviewed, and I'll say this with my final point. I interviewed AJ from, was it Houston season with Kyra and Dems, and when I heard him speak, I was like, I get where you're coming from, and I was like, oh my god, like your brain, how your mind thinks, you're thinking several different things at once, but that shouldn't lead him. You're right. That should not mean that he should disrespect. That doesn't mean that he should be disrespecting Sierra at all. But it did remind me. It did remind me of the behavior a little bit as well in that. But that doesn't give him an excuse. You're still gonna be held accountable. But more of an explanation. Not saying it actually is. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just giving it it's just weird to hear him speak that way, right?
They like to put their own endeavors on the child.
About eating crawfish, you asked me how I learned how to eat crawfish.
Crawfish was my first words.
Are you crazy?
He came out the womb and said crawfish.
At a certain point, they gotta eat.
I want you to stop.
Here's
my first word.
Crawfish, yeah?
That's what it was talking about. This is their mama.
Honestly, I honestly did not mean to offend y'all.
I again, so it's it reminds me of Corey. Y'all remember Corey from DC? You know, remember Corey from DC? You know, that too, similar kind of energy. But yeah, no, it in that situation, again, he doesn't see where he messed up, because he's gonna ahead of the narrative. He's gone ahead of the narrative. He hasn't lied. If your mama was eating the crawfish and not thinking about you, I get why you made a joke. I do understand where you get it. I do understand why you made a joke. I get it, but it shouldn't have been. But even so, you're not realizing that, okay, I've made a mistake. You know what? I said the wrong thing. I apologize. That was wrong. Let me apologize again. So you're gonna be held accountable. You're gonna be held accountable. You're gonna be held accountable. 100%. You're gonna be held accountable.
All I need is you to take accountability.
Why are we debriefing a grown man on how to behave?
Nobody can do worse than Khabib right now. We're all safe.
Baby, do it for me from this point on moving forward.
Now, I get Janelle's frustrated. Janelle was like, why are we debriefing a grown-ass man? And I would say that, Janelle, I want you to apply the same thing you're talking about to you. I want you to apply the same thing you just said to that brother to yourself. A grown-ass woman going to fight a woman at her house.
Baby, do it for me from this point on moving forward.
I was like, I hear what you're saying, Janelle, and I'm with you. And I want to say that, you know what? You're absolutely right. Right? Absolutely right. We shouldn't be trying to, baby boy him. But just remember, as you're saying about not baby boying somebody, you too are a fully grown adult, older than Habibi. And your behavior has not been exemplary, nor has it been something that's complimentary, nor has it been something that I would attribute to how we grow as grown-ups, mature adults. You've been doing schoolgirl playground stuff. So you maybe get, and I, by the way, I'm not going to conflate two issues, because I'm going to hold him accountable for the way he behaved towards Janelle. What she was addressing was what he was talking about with Sierra. So if you're talking about what he's talking about with Sierra, then but if you're talking about what he did to you, now we're going to handle Khabib, because that was more dangerous for me. This thing was stupid, but what he did with you, I don't agree with it at all. I cannot give him room. No, neurodivergent or not, I can't. Right? We're going to get there.
All I need is you to take accountability.
Why are we debriefing a grown man on how to behave?
Nobody can do worse than Khabib right now. We're all safe.
Baby, do what is for me from this point on moving forward. Man, think twice before you say these type of things that are completely out of line. That's gonna make a woman bad. Come and say, yo, what's up with this dude? What's wrong with him?
It wasn't that deep. It was just
wow. See, now that's the problem right there, and that's where you're in trouble. That's where he's now in trouble, and that is where, for me purposely, me and Khabib would fall out on a major scale. Because what the frick did you apologize for? Why did you apologize to get to a point where you said it's never that deep? See, now we're going to have a big problem. Right? Now we have a real big problem. Okay? So if you're not going to be accountable, move from my face because, bro, we're going to have a problem. Right? We're going to have a problem. That is out of line. Okay? That is out of line. Ridiculously out of line. Because you started off by apologizing and saying, I've already apologized, and now we're back here where you're saying it's never that deep. It's really that deep. It's really that deep. Shout out to Janelle with the facial expressions.
I'm very playful, but I can understand exactly where you're coming from.
Where are we coming from?
We're coming from the heart.
You said you understand where we are coming from.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me where we are coming from. That
now Janelle's beef is slightly different, and I have to understand that. Okay, all right. I have to understand that Janelle's situation compared to Sierra's is very different. When it comes to sexual assault, I have to look at it completely different to how I look at it when you say something stupid coming out your mouth. When it comes to sexual assault, I have to look at it differently than how I look at it when it comes to you saying something stupid out your mouth. This, I cannot back you, and I cannot give you any grace. If they need to take you to jail, take his ass to jail. You learn there. You will learn there. You will learn there. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I can't play those games. I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's any kind of things like you getting in someone's personal space where you get way too close up into their physical being. I'm gonna need you to. I cannot rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I cannot rock with you. I cannot play with you. I cannot be around you, and you can't be my friend. Them. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Okay.
that you understand.
I don't know, because that's for you to answer, not for me to answer.
Are we done?
See, so now Khabib is now saying, I don't know. So why are you telling us that you do know and you do understand where they're coming from? And she asks you and you don't know where they're coming from. Why are you lying? And that is an unaccountable behavior I will not accept from Khabib. And I think it's disgusting behavior. And I'll call it what it really is. It's disgusting. Because you know exactly what you're doing. You just said that you didn't, you just said you didn't know. You just said you knew what, you understand where they're coming from. And now she's pressuring you about where do you think they're coming from, and you couldn't answer it. So now what are you doing? So you didn't understand the beginning, which means you're not really sorry. Which means you're not really sorry about what you said. And all that talk that he did on on Crystal XO's live talking about how he respects women, this is not how you respect women. This is not how you respect women. You said that your parents taught you, your mom taught you how to respect women. This is not it. This ain't it. And which is why I said I can explain the behavior. That doesn't mean the consequence goes. Oh, you can still go to jail. You can still go to jail. Yeah. If they take you out of the game, it's gonna not do me. Hey, if they take you out of the game, ain't gonna not do me. That's your business. Okay, that's your business. All right. If they take you out of the game, that's gonna not do me. That's your business.
However,
this is finished.
If I'm getting frustrated, you know that I can't even make a joke about this.
Are we serious right
I've
now?
only been disrespectful to you.
No,
apparently.
it's not apparently, because you're
It is
disrespectful
apparently.
to Sierra too.
Ask the other ladies.
I don't need
Janelle,
the
yes,
people
you
who
do.
you disrespected are
Yes, you
out
do.
here.
That's what
Bruh,
happened.
you were disrespectful to
Bruh,
me.
I have a name.
And you came right,
That's my name.
right here on my chest.
Okay, so what it was that he was way too close in her personal space. Khabib got way too close to her personal space. He got to a place where he got right up to her chest area, and it was way too close. Now, for me personally, this is an invasion of a person's private space. And this is a space where you are, where you have stepped. And let me be honest with you. We know Janelle. We know Janelle likes to be combative, and she will fight her corner, everything like that. But one thing that I would always say is, no matter how much that person's combative, when it comes to male and to women and it getting physical in any particular type of way, I can't look at you and be like, oh, Janelle always gets. No. At this point, I'm looking at you as a woman. I'm going, hey, Khabib, you are in her space. Get the fuck out of the space. You're way too close. Move out the space. Yes, you're right. Sorry, I apologize. Personal space isn't sexual assault. I do apologize. I ramped it up a little bit more than I should have. So I apologize. It was a little bit heavy, the language, right? A bit heavy on the language. You're right. I apologize. That was a bit heavy on the language. Sexual assault is a bit heavy, right? So, I think for me personally, when you get up someone's space, though, you're borderline getting to that place, though. So yes, it's not sexual assault as of yet, but it's getting to sexual harassment. That's a better word. Thank you. It becomes sexual harassment. You're now in a personal space. And I think to myself that as a grown-ass adult, we have to understand that when someone's letting you know you're too close, when you don't have the green light, this is not consensual. You need to understand this is a very dangerous game you're playing. Very dangerous game you're playing. If that person doesn't want it, if you get up and close and personal to a person in their personal space and you're making comments, that's scary and intimidating. And I need you to understand that I can't bypass that and be like, well, come on, it's 2023. You know how guys are. Like, no, it's not how guys are. This shouldn't be happening as a grown-ass adult. When you talk to... Listen, there are situations... This is similar to the situation with Sukiyana and Osiris, right? It's the same thing. You're not reading the room, but not only you read the room, you're so focused on what you want to do, you've missed the whole thing. You've missed the whole thing. You're so focused on what you want to do, you've missed the whole thing. And even now, when you're being told, instead of saying, do you know what, I got it wrong. My bad. When I thought that you invited me over, and I'm sorry. I apologize. Like, you know what? I missed it. You know what I mean? It's reminded me of Tequilla and Eric all over again, and people not understanding that, listen, there are certain behaviors we just don't do unless we have the clear behaviors to do so. Right? Now, don't get it twisted. Listen, I've in my young days, I have some questionable behavior. I can't lie to you. And had it been 2023, yeah, you know what? We would have been in trouble. Let's just be honest. When we're young as kids, I always tell you this as well about this. When we're kids, you don't call it sexual harassment. What we were doing as kids was sexual harassment, but you didn't call it that when you were a young kid. Because we would do stupid stuff in the corridor. A girl would walk past in school. You'd slap her ass. Some people are going underneath the skirt. Some people are grabbing breasts. You know what I mean? And there's some girls, not all, the majority is more men. Some grown-ass women in your school year will grab your penis to see the size of your penis. People were doing stuff in schools that were sexual harassment and sexual assault. Now, we know better. You know what I'm saying to you? We now know better. So we are grown-ass adults. We are grown-ass adults. Those were school years, okay? And now kids are more educated anyway. So I'm gonna be honest with you. We as school kids, we did some stupid stuff, and it'd be mad, right? But you get to a place where you're grown now, and you're in your 30s, going on to your 40s, and I'm just like, this can't still be on your mind that you don't realize you're out of pock. Right? This can't be on your mind that you're just so focused on you that you're not focusing on the fact that you're impacting the other person. You can't be. And if you talk about kids, I kind of get it, because kids are stupid. We really were stupid as young kids. We were stupid. Okay? We were stupid. Right? We did some stupid stuff. But we're now grown-ass adults. And in the office, on a work floor, on a work site, on a director's floor, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're working now, you now know that making certain comments when you do not have the leverage to that particular person is not appropriate behavior. It's not. And there is nothing else that needs to be told you. You are grown at this point. You know better. Okay? You should know better. As a grown-up adult, you should know better. You know what I'm saying to you? So we're not gonna give him a pass for this. I could have gracefully been like, no, he's stupid for what he said about Sierra. But this, when a person's telling you that you've invaded their space, you're not going to jail, nothing's gonna happen to you, you're not gonna get killed. Instead of just saying, I'm sorry, I've invaded your space, no, we're gonna fight about it.
Chest when
No,
I
I did
turned
not.
around.
No, I did not.
Like, you are out of line and take no accountability.
Objectively.
That is
Let's
crazy.
talk- okay, be
We
crazy.
are talking
Be crazy.
objectively. We talked about
Talk
what you
objectively.
said. You did not apologize.
I
He did
don't
apologize. No, he did
understand what
not.
Yeah, he
apologies
apologized.
He did
mean to you.
apologize.
Different checklists
And when I
and other
asked
levels.
him, what did you do? He said, I don't know.
Let's do this again.
Now, she said, I don't know. I get where she's coming from, right? The apology is different. The apology for her and the apology for Sierra is different because the apology is not about what you said. The apology is about what you did. So the apology that he did just now isn't about what you said. You've already given Sierra that apology, right? And you've blanketed that with Janelle, but it's a separate apology because what we really need to see is your mind still warped enough to actually still think like that? And this is what I'm saying about as a man, if you're on the castmate and you do something like this, I'm gonna pull you up. I'm like, bro, are you telling me that, bro? Old girl's telling me that you were in her face and then said about the boob situation, bro. Wagwan. And if you tell me some story like I can't really remember, I'm like, how do you not remember? How do you not really remember when you got into somebody's face and said a comment about their breasts? Okay, so you were drunk. Well, then if you were drunk, my friend, just apologize and say, you know what? I was drunk. I think I did it. If I did it, I am so sorry. Show some remorse. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Let me tell you something. There's something that happened between me and my sister some months back. My sister came to me and said, when we were younger, I said something really rude to her. And I was like, I don't remember saying that. And if anything, I said to myself, I wouldn't say that. But she said that was her experience. I said, you know what? I'm so sorry. I don't actually remember saying it, but you know what? If you said I said it, I want to believe you. And I apologize for what I said in those moments. Right now, this is not the mindset that I hold. And this is not the thought process that I hold. This is what I believe. But I apologize for saying those words to you. Because you should never ever feel that way about your brother saying X, Y, and Z if he said that. I thought I didn't say it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember saying it. But it wasn't important. Do you know why it wasn't important? Because me being right doesn't solve the issue. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, when you care about people, it's not about being right. I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to make sure the relationship's right. So if you said I said that, I don't remember saying that. But you know what? If I said that, I'm sorry. No. I would never hold those views. So if that's the case, I apologize. No, I'm sorry. But my bad. I apologize. Sorry about that. And you know what? You know this for sure. It will never come out my mouth. That would be said again. Simple. You're done. But there's too many people with so much pride and ego that you're trying to win this war and you're trying to prove that. But the reality of the situation is, if you can't remember because you were drunk, you're not going to jail. You're not being arrested by the police. You are not in handcuffs. You're not being taken. You're not being taken to the courts, my friend. I would tell you, say, hey, Janelle, I'm really sorry. I apologize. I was drinking that night and I can't actually remember if I actually did that. But since you said I did that and I made you feel uncomfortable, let me apologize and say I'm really, really sorry for making you feel uncomfortable and for doing that particular act. I don't remember it, but I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to take on what you said and say I apologize for that. It will never happen again. I will never do that to you again. And I really, really apologize. Forgive me, or can you forgive me, etc., etc. And that's it. That's it. And then you're done. But the reality of the situation is, and that's my thing, Phil. When he was asked by Crystal XO, the answer he was given was get. And for me personally, I can't rock with that. I can't. I can't rock with that. Me personally, I can't rock with that. I don't play those games, and I don't care what's happened to Janelle. I don't care if she's a mean girl. I don't care if you're rude to other people. I will never wish for somebody to invade your space and made you feel like this in a particular way. And I feel like Tommy has dropped the ball every season. When this thing happens, we drop the ball every season. You know? Love that point of view. Thank you. Good point. Right? So, me personally, I don't want to see any woman in a situation. And every season we have something like this, we never get Tommy on point. Like, probably Tommy ain't never going to come around here and interview with me because I'll be calling him out. It's like every season this thing happens, we get it wrong. Now, the only one that I think was, and I still have the Shiloh and the Phil situation. I still don't like what Shiloh did. You know what I mean? I have my own understanding of that. But, the situation here, when these things happen, it's like every time we drop the ball. And what we should be doing is, and the thing is, a lot of stuff usually happens on camera. Like, remember Troy, a couple of seasons ago, saying some wild ass stuff, getting people's ears and getting up close and personal, grabbing people's breasts. Come on. Like, those things are not difficult. They should be called out for and said, look, what you've done is inappropriate. You know what I mean? What you've done is inappropriate. And do you understand the gravity of what you've done? Come on, man. That's wild to me. It's wild to me. You can't let that rock, man.
I want you to personally apologize to these ladies right now, face to face. Can that be done?
Let's go. Walk out with Janelle. I can apologize offset.
Wait. I can apologize offset. I can apologize offset. Why do you need to apologize offset if you're already going to apologize on set, my nigga? Why would you need to apologize offset? Just apologize now. Why would you need to go offset? She's going offset. So why? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and again, someone should have stopped him. Someone should have stopped Khabib. I don't think it's even Tommy's job to do it because Tommy is still part of the show. The security should have gone, hey. Khabib, sit your ass down, bro. But the reason why they didn't stop it is because nobody's really believing this situation. Nobody's really taken to... Listen, I already said this. Look, I do not like Janelle like that, bro. I think she's a mean girl, but I don't care. If I see you in that situation with another dude, I'm going to have to step in because we have a power difference, bro. This is not an equal situation. And you're now walking off set because you're frustrated. Why is Khabib following me talking about, you know what, I can apologize offset. So you know you did something. Hold on, someone grab him. Someone grab him before he goes any further. Don't let him go offset. Someone grab him. Someone grab him. Someone grab him. Like, and stop him. Like, don't let him go off. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Why are we not stopping that? It doesn't matter how you feel about Janelle. This should never be happening, bro. And she has every right to walk off the stage because it's getting to a point where he's not deep in the madness of his behavior, bro.
This is a crazy place.
Janelle, honestly.
Out of order.
Janelle.
Get him away from me.
Janelle.
Stop saying get him. This is what y'all don't do. Get him.
Janelle.
You've got to be kidding me.
I know. No, you're not crazy. You're not wild.
What? That is disrespectful as
Now, of course, I think someone did eventually get him. I think someone eventually got him because he went back to his seat. Okay? All right. I think he eventually went back to his seat. So I think eventually got him, right? But I don't know why this situation went on for so long with Khabib, because when it was Eric, they got him out there. You know? They got him out there. So we're failing our black women at this because apologies, sorry. This should have been a situation where security get involved. I don't know where Quinton was. Where the frick was Quinton? We don't know where Quinton was. Where the heck was Quinton? We don't know. How is it that Herbert got there before Quinton did? That's what I want to know. How did Herbert get there before Quinton? We want to know how did that happen? How did Herbert get there before Quinton? That's what I want to know. Maybe Quinton was in the toilet. Maybe Quinton was in the toilet. Maybe he's not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Maybe he was in the toilet because maybe he was in makeup. We have to give him grace. We have to give him grace, guys. Maybe he was in toilet or makeup. That's why. In fact, let me try and roll the tape back and see if when they were talking, they did a cut shot to the backstage. Because maybe he was not there. Yeah, it don't look like it. Can't see it. He might have been backstage. Because does this segment come on later? No. And I don't know what order it is. So I'm gonna give him some grace, but I am asking the question: where was he? Okay, I'm gonna give him some grace, but I'm gonna say, where was he? Where was he? Okay, because Herbert was there in an instant. Okay. Yeah. You know, I'm wondering.
You got a lot to work on.
When I ask him, what did you say? You're like, I don't know. Which is it? What are you sorry for?
Now, I hope this is cut in a bad way to make him look bad, and it actually isn't playing out like this. I really, really hope that this was cut in a particular way to make him look worse than it actually was. Because playing a saxophone, in this moment is a wild thing, bro.
I want to take a shot with you.
I don't want to take a shot with you because you've been acting crazy. Take a shot.
Girl, I've been crazy.
Welcome back.
And my question is, so again, nobody confronted him? None of the man them were like, yo, brother, you know you're wilding right now, bro. What we just saw was madness, bro. Nobody wants to say something to him? None of the guys want to come at him?
Welcome back to the Ready to Love reunion, Dallas. Every great love story has a beginning, middle, and end.
So for me, yeah, it's disappointing. You know what I mean? Disappointing. You know, and they left Janelle unprotected, and I don't like that. You know, I don't like any black woman unprotected on these shows. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because and the way it's edited is almost as if it's a joke. This is not a joke. This ain't a joke. There's no message after. There's no addressal or saying, hey guys, if you've been affected by someone, you know, being in your personal space, no like PDA, no PSA, you know, no conversation around this issue. We just go and brush past it and go past it. Come on. That's political. So yeah, for me, ain't about it. Ain't freaking about it. And I'm not with it.
Activity. Did it turn y'all away from him immediately?
100%. You like to see your partner sleep with other people, like
That was a big turn off right there.
yeah. And I know, but I appreciated the honesty up front.
Now I don't know why Marvin's on the show. I don't know why Marvin's on the show. Like, why is Marvin on the show? Because he's not a monogamous person, but I guess they were trying to do something different, right? I guess they were trying to do something different, but his type is not on the show, right? Marvin, his type is not on the show. I'm so sorry. Wanting your partner to sleep with other people, listen, that is not for the TV. I think this was just done for views. I'm sure that he was even asked to come on the show. They knew his particular thought processes. Yeah, I'm not about it, you know, so I don't know. It's weird that the show put him on when they know what he's about. I can't blame Marvin for that because he didn't pick himself. I'm sure they picked him for it.
Up front, because definitely there's no need to put on a facade. Show up as who you are so I can say yes or no.
Unique. What attracted you to Marvin?
I have had a history of some very basic 87 regular, and that's not what I was looking for. Marvin provided.
Yeah, the editing made her look madder than a hatter, blood. Okay, madder than a hatter. They made Unique look like a mad hatter with it. Unique was like, yo, the question they asked, it might have been edited as well, so she might be answering another question, but they made her look like a mad hatter by saying, so, Unique, what is it about Marvin that you like? And she's like, yo, well, you know, I've had some really bad sex in the past. I've had some vanilla sex back in the past. And I was just really looking. So basically, you wanted some good dick. That's what you're saying. Yeah, that's what sound. You know, you wanted some good you wanted some good premium you know, sex. Is what you're telling me. Okay? All right. So, you know, that they made her look mad. I'm just saying. They made her look mad. Now, if she didn't answer it like that, they made her look mad. I don't know if she answered it like that, but if she did answer it like that, sis, you ain't gonna come on national television for all of that. You want some good quality DD? You know what? You can call on Tyrone. I don't know who Tyrone is for you, but you know what? You can call someone. All right. I ain't mad at it though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. If you want it, you wanted it. I'm not gonna be.
And provided, you know, a little bit of premium. That being said,
You went by the house?
I ain't been by no noise.
It's much stronger than you.
So, you know, they're still joking about the whole situation. You know, I want to go forward a little bit as well. Okay, she says here. And but you know, I find it intriguing. Janelle's body language, I can tell Janelle was pissed. Her body language is really pissed from the last situation. Like, if you look at her body language, she's not happy at all. And I'm not surprised, you know, it's because it was a mad situation. But yeah.
From my forever person, where we stand on a sexual level. Based on what I got from Marvin, I was just like, okay, I'm with it. And I wasn't ashamed to share that.
Marvin, you
Now, what the frick is Quinton in here? Quinton's there. Okay, so I mean, he could have, man. Maybe he was on. We don't know. Maybe he was on toilet break. We don't know. But you know, listen. You know, hey, again, she's mentioned the whole sex situation. If that's what she wanted, yeah, I'm not mad at it. You know, if that's what she wanted, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? So, if that's what she wanted, but the reality is, sis, that's not gonna wait. That's not usually the way we start relationships. That's what I'm gonna say. That's not how we usually start.
You and Unique had a good connection, but you got eliminated. Were you guys able to continue this connection afterwards?
We talked a little bit, and then we hung out like in groups, but it didn't progress.
Why?
You guys hung out. Did anybody come to your performances or your readings or anything like that?
I did.
So Unique actually went to his show, went to view his how he does things, and still got dumped. God, you can't win for nothing. She tried everything she could, and still she couldn't get nothing out of his brother. That is political. That is political. The fact that she got to a situation where she went to see her brother at his show, and old boy still couldn't intrude her. Oh man, that's gotta hurt. 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 I understand it. It's gotta hurt. That kind of cray. I ain't gonna lie to you. That kind of cray. All right, let's play a little bit longer.
I did attend one of these events.
You went to one.
I did.
Okay. How you like it?
I think my favorite part was the wax therapy. It was hot.
Hot way.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Nah, Unique is kind of sexy. I can't lie to you. She's very sexy. My God. Every time I look at Unique, you know, I just think to myself that the toxicity is too much for me, but she's sexy. I can't play with you. My God. Oh my God. That girl looks so fine. Oh, Unique. Your name is Unique. Your aura unique. Darling, you look unique. Hey, that girl's fine. Oh, hey. You know, I saw it, but I didn't see it as much. But now I see it. I'm like, God, she kind of sexy. Huh? She got a little sexiness to it. There's a little edge in there. You know, there's like, you know, the people that have that little edge. Her edge is like, look, her edge is like, you know what it is? It's like, you don't expect that from Unique. Like, you think to yourself, Unique is like, Unique is not meant, she's not really like that. She's not really like that. And then you see that little spice she brings out. You're like, ooh, I didn't see that coming. Okay. Woo, I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at it. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Okay. No, I'm not mad at it. Oh, I'm just saying. Okay. She's a little freaky, and that's what we getting you, you know? It's a little freakiness. You didn't see, you weren't expecting that little bit of a freak in her, and you're like, oh, you got a little freakiness in you. Oh, okay, you got a little freak in you. Okay, all right, okay. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, someone said making good grandma. Oh my God, what is wrong with y'all? Someone said it's like the hostile girl here. You know, yeah, a little bit. I don't want to date, but you know.
I loved it. What is happening?
My pastor is watching this.
But if things were so hot, what happened to your mom? Why did this fizzle out?
It was just the fact that Marvin was in a relationship. The energy was not where I needed to be.
You lost.
Wait, Marvin was in a relationship at this point? I don't get it. So she went to the show and Marvin was in a relationship, but I thought they were talking after the show. So what happened? How did he just end up in a relationship? I'm so confused. Okay. I'm so confused. How did they just end up in a show? That's what I want to know. How did he end up in a relationship? Y'all know I like a little bit of toxicity. Just a little, I like a little dash of toxicity. Okay. I can't marry for the toxicity, but I can definitely dabble in the toxicity. You understand what I'm saying to you? Just a little, you know what I mean? Just a little, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just a little prick of the toxicity. You know what I mean? A little of the toxicity. You know, so I'm like, yo, bro, you was in a relationship. What the hell? So if you're already in a relationship, I don't get it. Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. How are you getting onto Red about thought job, this, that, and be vain? But meanwhile, Marvin's a madness. That's a madness. So I'm confused, bro. Like, so what was you looking for? An extra addition to your girlfriend? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you're sitting to, okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. So as soon as he left the show, he found somebody. Okay, fair enough. That's fair. I ain't gonna be mad at it then. Let me give him a bit of a bly. You know, he wanted an extra one.
You lost.
I didn't know that I was Marvin's top priority, and I need that, no matter who else is involved.
Did she have the possibility of being top priority to you?
First she did, but I had to stand by what I really wanted for my future. And then I met someone that fit what I wanted, you know, more. And it's going really, really well. I just knew that there's somebody for me.
So basically he's saying, you know what, she was top priority, but I've met someone and unfortunately I had to change that priority. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. Ooh, TP, that DP looking kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? We saying TP. You know where my DMs are, baby. Okay, all right. Bring that little toxicity right here. Bring that toxicity right here. Okay. All right, then behave. But anyway, look. But being real, like, it's obviously clear that, you know, Unique did kind of like what Red was bringing to the table. I mean, not Red, but Marvin to the table. Unfortunately, the timing's off. And I don't know if you, maybe Unique is in that space. Maybe Unique just wants to have sex. And look, I'm not saying you should do the space. You know what I mean? The good Lord told us we should not be having sex before marriage, and you should be doing that, guys. You should be out here in the streets. But you know, not everyone's a Christian, so you know. And also, like, you know, it sounds like she's in a, I think after a breakup, after a divorce, sometimes people want to go and experience some experiences. Okay. All right. So I understand where, you know, she might be in that space right now where she wants to dibble dab, and dab. You know what I mean? So without saying what she's on, you know what she's on. You know what I'm saying to you? So I can understand where she at right now, if that's the case. But if it's a relationship, when she says she needs to be top priority, I'm like, wait, sis, if you're trying to be in a relationship, Marvin ain't the guy. If that's what you're looking for, Marvin ain't the guy. If you're looking for the relationship, Marvin is not the guy you need to go to. You know what I mean? Not the way that you want it. Not the way that you want it. No. That's not the way you want it. So, like, we got to be very clear on what you actually want, Unique. What is it you actually want right now? Do you want a relationship? Do you want this things? Do you want sex? Right? What is it? Okay. You know what I mean? So I just need to know that I think you need to know that for yourself so you know where you stand with it. Just before we go any further, we've got 800 people in the room. Shout out to you guys who are in the room, of 800 of you guys. I'll do a quick reset before we continue. We're going to do a quick reset before we drop to the last segment, which is Janelle. We have 327 likes. I would love for you guys to get it up a bit more. That sounds wrong. But make sure you guys click on the like button first and foremost. There's 808 people in the room. Click on that like button, please. We want to make sure that you guys are getting the best experience. And so we do that by making sure you guys get the analytics up. So make sure you're liking the live. If you're here, don't be silent and don't be without pressing those buttons. Okay. All right. Secondly, if you love this kind of live and love this kind of great entertainment, make sure you join our membership. You can see in the chat already, some people have a star around their name. That's for the very people who also have joined the membership. And if you haven't done so, it's £1, it's $1. It's not expensive. It's £1, $1. I kept it cheap so many people can join. It's not meant to break your bank. Okay, we're not here trying to steal everybody's money. You understand what I'm saying to you? So it's £1, $1. Click on that link. Get yourself part of the membership. We have membership lives every other Tuesday. We had one just last Tuesday gone by. We have the next one in 2 weeks' time. So make sure you guys join us for those things. Content. Yes, on the membership's only £1 or $1. Yes, that's it. We're not asking for much. It's £1 or $1 a month. Yes, I just wanted to, make it affordable for everybody. You know what I mean? And if you want to as well, if you're part of this, the Patreon is there as well. The Patreon, I need to get some more content for you guys actually, and I have to admit that I need to put more content for you guys because I want to do more for you guys as well because you guys pay more. But the Patreon right now, we have Discord that's attached as well. So whenever the shows come on, Love is Blind, Ultimatum, Ready to Love, all those type of shows that you love talking about, Zatima, Sisters, when you need someone to talk about it, when you need to go somewhere and just say what you just saw, then the Discord is there for you, man. So make sure you join the Patreon as well if you haven't done so. The Patreon is going to be fun. People talking there all the time. They have the conversations. They put their memes, their GIFs, everything into there as well. So make sure you join the Patreon as well if you're like somebody who loves talking about those things. And the final thing is, you see the merchandise, right? No, you see the merch, okay? You see what I'm wearing right now, okay? Don't play with it, don't play with it. It's getting cold. Oh, the weather outside is delightful. You know what I mean? It's getting cold. So listen, grab your hoodies, grab your windbreakers, grab your hats, grab your bucket hats, whatever your item. We have it on our website and our shop. Make sure you grab your goods as well. Okay, don't be without now, baby. Okay, don't be without. We want to see you win. So grab your merchandise and get involved with this particular brand as well. Okay, grab your hoodie. You know what I'm saying? We'd love to see you guys in the merchandise as well. Shout out to Ravine for joining. We appreciate you as well. Much appreciation for joining the membership as well, guys. It's only £1, only $1 as well. Okay. And make sure you guys are liking this live because it helps with the analytics. Okay. All right. Let's get into this particular section of the show. Again, the last part, which we're dealing with, I think is it Janelle and Tequilla and their segment, because yeah, that was wow to me. So let me
Yes.
Okay. So baby, was connection mutual?
Absolutely. I honestly got to see another side of Tequilla that was very yin to the yang. It's rare that you come across somebody that, has such excellent balance.
Now, let me be freaking honest. Let's be freaking honest. For Tequilla to fully understand where Khabib is coming from, you have to think to yourself that there's a similarity between the two of them. They see each other because they both have problematic behaviors. That's my thought. They see each other because they have problematic behaviors, each one of them. And so when both of them are connecting, yes, of course. Okay, yes, of course, there's going to be issues. Because when you look at the situation between Janelle and Tequilla, they both have that same kind of energy. They both have an energy where they feel like they're misunderstood. They're the ones that are being done dirty. There's a lack of accountability, a lack of understanding. Nah, brother, you two are kind of the same. You were defending him from early. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that Janelle and Jessica are innocent. They're not. But from your perspective, we've got to have a real conversation. Okay? Real conversation.
Balance. And so for me to be able to experience that, it was very easy for me to connect with Tequilla.
Crazy meets crazy.
You guys still connected?
See, even Red is saying it. Crazy meets crazy. Why? Because the level of toxicity brought from both sides when it comes to their behaviors and the lack of accountability is meeting. And the two of them have each other because they both cover each other's wrongs in such a way that they are protected. And so for me personally, I'm looking at it and going, okay, hold on a minute now. So Khabib is getting away with it, but his behavior was unfavorable and it was quite distasteful at points. And he said certain things which were not great either. You want to cover him, but you want to drag Phil for not having the stability financially in that moment because of what? Bankruptcy?
Absolutely.
All right.
Still keep in touch.
Tell me this. What was the underlying issue with you and Phil?
Phil just confuses me. You know, he talks about being the head of a household and wanting to be married one day. And then just early in the back, he was like, I'm going to say I eat first.
Really? That was unnecessary.
I do, but that ain't got nothing to do with what he's talking about.
Apparently, I made Phil uncomfortable.
No, I don't know what he just said there. What did she say? She said, what did he say that he did? I don't know what. I have no clue what she just said he did. He said, well, he's going to do something first. What did he say? Can someone break it down what he just said? Because I didn't hear it. She said that he did what first? I don't know what she just said a minute ago. I don't know what she just said. I couldn't hear what she said. But the fact that they're asking her, what was your issue, for oh, okay. The fact that it was that she had an issue with Phil, it don't even really make sense, right? Because like when I deep it and I look at the situation, with Phil and Tequilla, what does that mean? What is that in the grand scheme of things? What does that even mean? You know what I mean? What does that even mean? Like, why are you turned this all into a campaign that you don't like Phil and you feel like Phil is unstable, which is where she's going to go in a second or two. We're even making jokes about what he eats first.
Uncomfortable when I asked him about the threesome, but I never got to say what was uncomfortable to me. Like, broke energy makes me uncomfortable. Styling.
Yo, this is freaking wild. Oh, we're going to eat the poissoir first. Okay. I don't know how that even factors into everything. He's going to eat the poissoir first. Yeah, okay. He was uncomfortable when you said it. That's all. Yeah, no. So the fact that she goes about broke energy, I feel like this is like, for me, this is wild, right? Because that wasn't the level of conversation you guys were having. What we saw was that him feeling uncomfortable with the conversation around sex when you discussed it. He was uncomfortable. Okay. Why now are you trying to flip the table at this late stage and say what makes you uncomfortable is broke energy? Number one, he's not broke. But number two, at the same time, why are you chopping man at the knees? I don't get it. Like, what has he done to you that's made you feel this particular type of way? What has happened? What have we missed? Something has happened.
Filing bankruptcy makes me uncomfortable.
What was the bankruptcy part?
Yeah, I'm filing bankruptcy.
Because I was in real estate in 08, 07, and all my properties went under.
So he's done some ventures and he has failed at those ventures. That's what it means. It means he's done some ventures. He's failed at those ventures, unfortunately. Or at least it was successful for a time. And then it was, it was, unfortunately didn't work out. It happens. People fail at businesses all the time. Now, during that period of time, was the market crash? Was it not the recession at that point, or the crash at that point? The housing market went. The housing market went, right? The housing market failed at that point in time. It was 2008. Yeah, 2008 was a bad year. So it's like people lost a lot of things. Not every, you know what I mean? Businesses fail. So what's that got to do with being broke energy? Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That when Tequilla feels cornered, she has very chaotic energy that then becomes malicious. So she ain't no different to Janelle. You're just a different side of the coin to Janelle. You know what I mean? You're just a different side to Janelle. You are not no different to Janelle. You may think you better than Janelle, or you may think that you're different from Janelle, but you're the same coin. You're the same side of the coin because you have a maliciousness in there. What did Phil do to you to make you come out like this and say this on national television that makes you feel uncomfortable? It's broke energy. What did he do? What did she do? What did she do? What did he do to make you feel this way?
He didn't deserve that. Oh my God, that made my skin crawl.
So for that to be thrown against me allows me to pretty much make it clear on why I wouldn't move forward with somebody like that.
It's mutual.
Yeah, you're hella immature.
So are you and the people you're sitting on the couch with.
Whoa, this has nothing to do with the
And so now, and the thing about Tequilla is, and that's the thing, a lack of accountability to understand that you use Phil to get at Janelle and Jessica. Do you think that makes you better than them? All you did in that moment, you used Phil as a proxy of attack against Janelle and Jessica. Do you know how wild that is? Let's be freaking honest, Tequilla. Look, I'm sorry. You both can't do, you cannot have that messy demeanor energy where people that are not even involved are getting shot. So yes, I will say she's a different side of the coin when it comes to Janelle. Janelle's combative, so is Tequilla. And they may have different reasons for it, but they're from the same coin. And you know, so had it not been Janelle, it might have been someone else. It might have been someone else. Right? And all because Phil didn't want you. Never was disrespectful, didn't cuss you out, didn't you know, expose you. Why is it you expose two things? He eats pussy, eats the poussoir, and then he's failed at his businesses, which again, 2008 to 2023, 15 years ago, you're absolutely right, guys, a long time. Combative energy. That's why. You got a chip on your shoulder and you're coming to fight. You got a chip on your shoulder. I mean, she definitely ain't coming to my channel now if I say these things.
It has to do with everybody. We're going to call a spade. Let's do that.
Okay. So let's talk about the blow up. Let's try to have an adult conversation. Quilla, what happened that made you upset to get to the point that we saw on the actual tape?
Well, Janelle and I had an off.
So now she's going to explain the whole situation with her and Janelle and what happened with her, Janelle, and what Janelle did, and, you know, in terms of how she got to a point. And honestly, her explanation doesn't even give Mode for the level of energy that she had. I can't be honest with you. It doesn't even give credence to the amount of energy she put up. I'm like, yo, this doesn't even make sense, yo. Like the amount of energy you put into the situation, I'm confused. Like it don't corroborate, like, because of what you saw that she was doing on people and you came with the energy the way you did. It's like, sis, this ain't cooperating. The amount of energy you put into the situation with Janelle.
An off-camera conversation where she was like, well, I don't believe in tearing our black men down on TV. And then you get in the women's lounge. And I felt like they were just picking apart all the men. And Khabib was one of those people.
But I do want to ask this, though, Tequilla.
Yes, sir.
So who else, Tequilla, was he tearing down? I want to know who else was Janelle tearing down as a guy. That's what I want to know. I want to know, Tequilla, who else was Janelle tearing down out of the men that you only came? One of those men was Khabib that you defended. Who else? Who else? I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I'm saying who else so we know. Who else so we know? Okay? I want to know that. Who else? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Sir.
Did you see the clips earlier of the statements that Habibi made?
I didn't. I was in the back.
You didn't?
Getting makeup. No.
Okay.
But a lot of statements has been made about a lot of people, just like Jessica and Janelle both said I needed to take my pills. And
well, you know what? Let me not say what I thought. The chaotic energies and madness right now. Phil Good said Tequilla came in looking for a fight. Bird, dress, and bird. Tequilla can't take rejection and wasn't ready for the show. Beautiful woman, just lost. And she is beautiful. Like, yo, Tequilla be sex. To me, she's sexy, you know. I can't lie to Tequilla's sexy. She is. But the behavior, I like a bit of toxicity. But this is chaotic energy. This one will have you, it will have you in fights and have you in gunfights before you know it. Nah. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? But Tequilla is a fine woman. She is stunning. Stunning. You know what I'm saying? Stunning. Like, yo, she be stunning. But that chaotic energy, even me, I can't do it. Okay? I can't do it. I really can't do it. Okay? I can't.
And to me, there's not a situation that calls for that type of remark. That's all high school. They're all immature. I don't deal with women that's catty like that.
Janelle, what's your take on the blow up?
But high school is what we're doing, Tequilla. When you are deciding to shoot someone with a stray, i.e. Phil, with a stray, then this is a childhood behavior we're talking about. You're proving the very point. It's very childish the way you're doing things. And you've gone about it childishly in the way you've done the situation with with Phil. So that's again, I'm keep saying it. It's not. It's the same thing. It's the same situation. You know what I mean? It's the same situation. You are doing the exact same thing that you're accusing the other two ladies of.
I didn't know that there was an issue. From the onset of the lounge, the energy was off. When we started the conversation, the tension that she had or whatever issue was equally distributed to all of us. So
I'm like, yo, Tequilla, look, let me keep it real. You gotta be able to handle UB. I mean, it's too much for me. I personally say it's too much for me. I can't deal. I just can't. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. And I can't.
So listen, I don't know what the problem is. I don't care to know.
So if she says there's no problem, are you guys good?
I guess we definitely are good. We can just move forward then.
They ain't good. And we know, everybody knows. And look at everybody looking at them. They know it's not good. They know it's not good, man. They know it's not good. Okay? All right? Now, obviously,
that's progress. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to skip it to...
Let's go.
Lily, do you want to bite me? Is that what you want to do?
Go ahead, Janelle.
Did you bring what you said I could get? Did you bring what you said? You're messing up your feathers.
Yeah, let me be honest with you. We got Janelle and Tequilla are combative of the highest order. There's literally no need. There is no need. The beef. I don't know. I don't get it. And to be fair, let me be honest with you. Janelle said one thing. I'm seeing feathers. It was a cheeky comment. It was. Tequilla picked it up and decided to take it 100. At that point, Tequilla, I can't. You know what? I can't have you saying, she triggers me, because I'm gonna be honest with you. The comment about the feather, you could have ignored it, or you could say something slick back. But when you decide you want to say some things like you ready to fight, I'm like, both of you are a problem. Okay, both of these two are a problem. You know what I mean? Both of them are a problem. Janelle always gonna try to say something slick about the feathers. Yeah, she said something slick. You saying something back, and then now both you're flinging arms. Oh yeah, you know what? Like I said, two sides of a coin. That is Janelle and Tequilla. It's the presentation that's different, and stuff. So, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Janelle wants to fight, and so does Tequilla. Tequilla wants to fight. They both want to fight. I've never seen these two women. They both want to fight. They want to have problems always. They want to have problems always. Okay, I personally don't, but they want to have problems always. Okay, all right. They want to have problems always, and that's them two. I can't do it. I don't want it, but they want this all the time.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
That's very true, Samantha. That's very true. She did say there's no problem and then realized there was a problem. So I agree with that. 100%. 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. That's a problem, So yeah, listen, it's a lot right now. I don't know, man. It's too much. I can't wait for next week, because I think there's going to be interesting to see what happens next week in terms of conversation.
Stop.
If you just lie. Janelle, like the way that she addresses people, it just comes off from
My presence, by me simply walking in the room.
I think the thing about Janelle is she tries to pretend as if she's very calm and, my presence when I walk in the room. Please. We ain't about that life. Okay? We ain't about that life. All right? We ain't about it. So anyway, listen, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. We're gonna be back later on tonight for the panel, the super panel. We'll be talking about Ready to Love tonight. Super panel should be very live and large. We'll be back later on tonight to enjoy. It's gonna be interesting. You know, it's gonna be very, very interesting to have this conversation with you guys. So we look forward to it. Yeah, man. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section when it's done. Tonight the panel is on. Yes, 8 p.m. EST. The panel will be on tonight. So look forward to having great conversations with my team. To discuss some real of the Ready to Love as well. I'll be back a little bit later on, and I'll be having a live on Love is Blind, because you guys need to have a live on that. Episode 6. Can I just say this quickly? Episode 6. What is JP doing, blood? Nah. What is JP doing in Love is Blind? I am flabbergasted at what the madness he brings to the table. What is he doing? I'm so confused. Man said he couldn't have a conversation because my girl had makeup on. I'm gonna need him to fix the frick up. How are you not able to have a conversation because you decided to have a girl have makeup? That is a level of madness I cannot comprehend. My God. So yeah. But yeah, the panel will be on at 8 p.m. EST time, okay? 8 p.m. EST. We'll have a discussion as well for the super panel. Yeah. I can't. I just can't. Oh, all right, guys. Love you and appreciate you. And thank you for those who've joined the panel. Oh, Phil Good. Sorry. Thank you. Phil Good for the $5 super chat as well. I read out your thing earlier on, but thank you again. Phil's a member too, so we appreciate you as well, Phil. Thank you. Raven, thank you. C Perk, thank you. Cambria, thank you. Sipway, thank you. And anybody else, if you're joining as well, 5 p.m. Join Jay at 5 p.m. Oh, I didn't know Jay was going live. My bad, Jay. I wasn't trying to overclip you, baby. I didn't realize you were going out at 5 p.m. My bad. My bad, Jay. My bad. I'll probably do it after you then. I'll wait. I'll do it before you maybe then, and before you start then, you know. All right, cool. So make sure you guys as well, Jay, you're going at 5 p.m. Okay, well, everybody, please go and join Jay at 5 p.m. EST on her channel, Another Round. She'll be doing, are you doing Love is Blind, Jay? Are you doing Love is Blind at 5 p.m.? 5 p.m. on your channel. So if we go at 5 p.m., if we could all, there's 700 of us in the room, please at 5 p.m. EST, go and join Another Round for Love is Blind breakdown. So Love is Blind breakdown, go to Another Round as well, please. And you will be watching her discuss Love is Blind as well. So if you want somewhere to discuss some more of the show, that's a beautiful place to go to, okay? And subscribe there too. Thank you, Gigi, as well, to her channel. So Another Round, go to that channel, subscribe to her channel as well, all right? In the meantime, I'm going to leave you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button. Don't forget to grab your merchandise as well. And keep on subscribing. We appreciate you guys are keeping the numbers up as well, okay? And tomorrow, we will also be interviewing Chris, not Niger King, but another Chris, the second Chris as well. And we've got a few more interviews lined up for you guys. So like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notifications and the uploads. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you again soon.